right? We got just a camcorder. And like I saw the video of your stuff.
With RG?
Yeah, and I'm like, man, way better setup than I'm at Sean's living room. We just got the stuff going and we're just going like that.
Have you guys started yet or no?
Yeah, we're 2 episodes in.
Okay, have you guys released it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything yet because I was looking at, I remember Sean, he was telling, Sean?
Yeah.
I always go by Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He was telling me that you guys were going to start it up soon, but you guys haven't gotten around to it yet. So I didn't know if you guys started it.
We did it. We started it, I think, during the break. I think the Boxing Day we started it.
Okay.
And then we did it last week. I don't think we'll be able to do it this week, but we do it whenever we can. So we try to do it like Sundays.
Okay. That's kind of what I do with my boy that I was talking about. We normally record.
Yeah, right.
We normally do Sundays, which is right after the events.
Mm-hmm.
But since there's been no events for like the past 2 weekends, we're like, let's just do it on Saturday. Gives me a little bit more time to edit it, and then I can put it out on Mondays.
No, that's it.
But then these ones, like I want to archive the ones where I actually have guests come in.
Right.
And I'm releasing them every Wednesday. So
okay,
I released RG's last week.
Yeah.
I had Fernanda Praches come in on Wednesday. She's like a Brazilian reporter for.
Right, you were saying, yeah.
And then I want you to be the one after that.
Okay, sick.
And I'm trying to remember who I have at the last bit for January, but I'm trying to get as many people in the combat sports world as possible.
Right.
Whether it's MMA, whether it's boxing, whatever the fuck it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It's fun to talk shit. And we don't have anything like that really in the Canadian MMA industry. We have like those podcasts where like, I'm talking about podcasts where you actually have in-studio guests.
Yeah, no, like
people do the ones where they like Skype people in.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, like I know a couple of them. I was in one of them. They do a lot of that. Like this is.
There's nothing like absolutely wrong with that. Like
no, not at all.
They're great. They give you what we need, and they have like those 5 to 10 minute segments. Yeah. But what I wanted to bring is, and why I'm not really a big fan of the Skype interviews, is the fact that there's like a little bit of a delay.
Like
it's harder to get this type of chemistry compared to like.
Yeah.
I gotta wait to hear what this guy's about to say.
Well, yeah, no, right? Like it's just like it's like that pause.
Is he gonna say something?
Is he gonna say something? Like,
hello, my turn.
It's like, oh, are you there?
Exactly.
And then I think Jamie does something for his show. Jamie Champion. I think he brings a couple guys. Brings like, but when they got fights, he'll do like he'll just like talk. But
is he the one doing it? Or he has somebody else do it for him.
No, he does it. So he interviews them.
That's sick. I haven't seen those yet. But
he does them.
Sick. That's good.
I don't know if I don't know where he puts them up. I didn't even know when I was looking at yours. I was trying to find yours. Yesterday, but I was looking at your Instagram. I did a horror.
I don't do Instagram.
Yeah, so I did.
As you can see, my last post was like probably last year.
I looked at your Instagram. I looked at MMA Lock of the Night's Instagram, and then I gave up.
You gotta get on Twitter, dude. That's the only thing you're not on.
Don't do Twitter.
Fuck you.
I don't do Twitter. I barely do Instagram and Facebook, let alone Twitter. I just don't do it,
You're more of a pictures guy, eh?
Yeah, pictures say 1,000 words. That's it.
That's a good reason.
But I don't know. I just don't do Twitter. I just feel like Instagram. I'm already. A lot of people tell me you got to do Twitter. You got to branch out there, and I'm like.
That's like even when I sponsored you for that one fight, I wanted to my main platform is Twitter, so I wanted to tag you and all that shit. So I always have to be like, okay, this is this handle, but it's on Instagram, not Twitter. So follow them on that shit.
I think I do have a Twitter account that's like when I was like, but it's like the last post was about Miami versus Dallas back in 2011
God. When they still had the Eagle Empire.
like that old. Like I'm talking with Dallas fate like around that time.
Dirk Nowitzki.
That not even Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd.
Oh my God.
2011. Like that was after Nash, but that's
when they beat them though, right?
That's when they beat them. That's when everyone thought like LeBron was all this, and then in comes this team out of nowhere with like old
And I think that was the first year that LeBron, Wade, and Bosch were together. Right?
Yeah, and that was a year where that was Dirk's year.
Yeah.
That was MVP. He was just killing it. He was just.
That was insane, but. Maybe we shouldn't put out that Twitter handle considering. That's why. I don't do Twitter. No, never did. I think you should eventually. Like, I'm not forcing you to get into it, but I think it's just another platform for you to kind of get your name out there.
I hear you. It's just I don't even know what I barely know what I'm gonna do with Instagram.
The funny thing is, I've never really put you as a guy that's a social media type.
No, not at all.
So I don't blame. Like when I see a story of yours, I'm like, holy shit, he posted something.
Now I post because now like the football season, so I do a lot of football memes. Like I love doing them, so I just post a lot of memes. But like stories stories interacting. I rarely do it. But Justin brought up a good point for myself. He goes like, you're never outside of the gym. All your posts are in the gym. And I'm like, I don't even know what it is. Because like I'll go out at times.
Yeah.
I never post them. I think it's
I've seen Tugboat always like post having you in some posts where you guys are like at the bar or something.
Yeah, something that I'll do that. But other than like, I'll never like
live at the gym.
Yeah, it's just at the gym. Like I'll just post. Oh, time to post stuff at the gym. You know.
I remember when I was working at that gym that pretty much your schedule was come in for pro training, go home, come back. Like
it's still the same, but now I'm more there. Now I'm practically doing what you did. When you're there, but except the managing, but the cleaning, all that stuff, closing up and doing that. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that stuff as well.
But you go to other gyms too.
Yeah, I go to Burlington.
Yeah.
So I go train with Paulie and Adam.
Yeah.
So I go out there, but that's like the weekends, and I'm also like, cause I'm in Adam's camp now as well.
Nice.
I go since his last fight, so like I'll go down there like weekdays.
I think you cornered him last week.
Yeah.
So talking about Adam's sons, just in case I was wondering.
So I went down to his. I go down there a couple times. He comes down here.
Nice.
So I do that. But that's practically. I mean, when I first came in, I was just doing like the night classes.
That's true.
And so, but you know what's funny with the first. Actually, and everyone asks me, it's like, oh, how'd you get in this? You were actually one of the reasons why I did, because like when I first came into the gym, if you noticed, I was just wrestling. Like I wanted to do wrestling. I wanted to stay here for a little bit, and then I wanted to branch off, go somewhere else, and then wrestle.
Yeah.
Right when you're like, just try MMA.
Yeah.
You know, like just try it, see how you do it. I'm like, I don't know if it's for me. And then I did one fight, and then I've been hooked since. It was.
I didn't know. I won't take any like that much credit for it. I didn't think I was that much.
No, it was a big. You, Coach Vic, and RG. It was you three, and then.
I remember, I don't know if you listened to the RG episode, but I talked about it. I'm like, I remember fucking signing you up.
Yeah.
I remember saying that you didn't feel like you're getting the experience and stuff that you needed at Rev, so you hopped on over here because you wanted to get some more experience.
Yeah, and that was actually what I actually left for every year before that, and I focused on wrestling. Like I was just
through school.
Through school wrestling, and then we went there.
Yeah. And
then, but that's what, and even the funny story too, you know, like they do like the free trial. My dad's like, nope, sign me up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he like paid the year up front.
Right up front, ready to go. Didn't even care. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And then just like right away.
I was super happy to get you on board because, as most people know, like MMA, the best base you want to have coming into the sport is wrestling. So when I saw you fucking come on, I'm like, yo, this kid could be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I think I kind of whispered it.
Yeah, you're like, do it. And
then try. You could be successful at it.
Yeah, and then that was crazy.
How long ago was that? Because that was close to like 7 years ago.
No, 2014.
6 years ago.
Is that 6 years? I didn't even.
Fuck, right?
Yeah, I didn't even remember.
You got the fucking goatee.
I still think it's like 3 years ago.
It
was fun. I was in school. I remember doing the amateur fights.
Yes.
Doing my first amateur fight 2 weeks later. Wrestling tournament right away.
Yeah.
And then after, when you were in my corner against Patrick Couson was his name on Fight Quest.
Oh, that was the one on the Native Reserve.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? I might have a couple amateur guys in March go there.
For Fight Quest?
Yeah, for Fight Quest.
They're still doing shows?
So MFL's doing one, and then Fight Quest. Fight Quest is still doing shows.
I didn't know Fight Quest
is still doing shows, and they're doing one March 29th, 28th or 29th. I'm like, I gotta get guys down on this.
Dude, it's so fun.
And
like,
if they don't,
it's just a fun experience.
Yeah,
great experience for the fighters themselves.
Yeah, and I told them that, and I'm like, guys, like you're gonna love this. Like it's when I was there, I loved it. You're gonna love it. But yeah, so I remember doing that. You were in that corner.
That was crazy.
You know what's funny?
That was so fun.
The only corner you were in, the only submission I got. No other submission. From all, like I've had seven amateur fights, 4 pro fights, no submission. It's like my base is grappling now, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, he's only got 1 submission.
And I was in the corner.
And you were in the corner for that fight.
That was a fun experience. I think it was me in Spanish, right?
No, it was you. No, it was you and Ergy. I remember that Neil guy. Kind of looks like some other dude. I forget his full name. I remember his full name. Now I'm forgetting it.
He was fighting on the same card?
He was on the same card, yeah.
Our
Our team, yeah. He fought this other dude, and then that was the same time when we were driving. I was asleep for this. But there was a guy like literally ran past. It was the same road trip when we remember that road trip where we went, and then the guy you were driving and the guy forgot to have his winter tires on and he fell in the ditch.
Oh, that was that trip.
That was that trip.
Yes, and then we stopped and tried to like help him out.
You guys stopped, but we were past
you and you and the other guy were cutting weight. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and then as I wake up,
Neil,
that's his name.
I'm surprised I fucking remember.
Yeah, I usually remember it.
Yeah.
But then I woke up and I was like, what happened? You go, the funniest thing just happened.
Dude, it was bad because we saw the car like fucking flip and all that shit. And you guys were cutting weight, so
we were asleep.
Yeah.
We were like asleep. We didn't even know what happened. The whole car stopped and we were just like asleep the whole time. And
it was like on its on his roof.
Yeah,
they crawled out of the car.
One guy crawled out.
Me and Archie were talking to two of the guys, and we're thinking everybody's out of the car. And then as we're talking, another guy crawled.
And then we're just like, what the hell is that? You know, Archie does like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, at least make sure everybody's out of the car before you guys fucking do anything, like say anything.
Yeah, like right?
That was insane. Yeah, because that was in like January or something. That was in the winter season. And you already talk loud enough, so you're don't worry.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I know, like that.
I have a good setup, but I don't have a producer, so I don't have anybody to like do the notches.
Right.
So you already talk loud enough, so you're fine.
Cool. That's cool.
That was a great fucking time. I
that was
love
a good
those
experience.
Fight Quest experiences. Were probably the fucking best. Like the venue was weird, you know.
I like the venue.
I didn't mind it. Like it was just weird that we had to like warm up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they put fucking formats down.
Doesn't even.
Let's go.
Yeah, right. They actually another time they did it at a stage, so you got the stage and the kitchen too.
That's
so I remember going to Julius's, but yeah, no that time was fun, and then afterwards that car ride was the most hilarious car ride because we were just driving. It was like quiet. I think did Neil go with us or did Neil go with his buddy?
Neil was with us.
Even on the ride back, or did he go with his buddy?
I think
he went on because I remember it was me, you, and RG. I think I was sitting in the passenger. It was a snowstorm too, and it was all quiet.
And we're trying to make it in time for weigh-ins.
Yeah, no, this was after going out and coming back home.
Oh, coming back home.
And this was like, I won. Everyone's like, and then it was all quiet, and RJ goes like, and I remember the most awkward conversation. I think you remember. So Ergys, so what are you doing about school? I'm just like,
that was perfect.
And I'm just like, oh, yeah. I'm like about that. So,
because RG's guy, he even said in the episode that I had him in on, he goes, I'm very persistent with these guys following their education and making sure they get that.
Yeah.
But if they want to have a pro career and they want to do something big, they need to put their all into it as well.
No, for sure.
And that's kind of what you've been doing from the get-go. Like, I've kind of talked you up as like almost like a golden child of Grand MMA, and I don't want to put that pressure on you.
Right.
But I know that you can deal with that shit like really fucking well. Like, you've shown up to every fucking one of the only gap I think you've ever had in your career this far is that one weight miss that you had. Right?
Yeah, and that was an amateur, but that was because I didn't take it seriously, and that was.
But you learned from that. Like, I forgot who told me. Somebody told me that you went like a full year without sugar or some shit, and you just.
Yeah, that was a full, and then that stopped. That's not happening.
But when you really want to fucking put your head.
I like this shit. Like I'm dieting again now, and I haven't touched pop in like 2 weeks.
That's good.
So like.
I know you have a sweet tooth.
It sucks.
I was this close to actually getting cheesecake.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm not gonna lie.
It sucks, but like I was like, yeah, you got to do it though.
That's that wrestler mentality though.
Yeah, right? It is. You know, it just you got to cut it away, right? When you got to cut it, you got to. It's not even that, but it's also, and it's not even the wrestling mentality as much as it is the missing the weight. And it's just like I can't do that again because that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Missing weight is technically I missed it by 1 pound, but because it was I missed it by 1 pound, but because it was a 5 pound allowance.
Oh shit!
I missed
6 pounds.
I missed the 5 pounds, and I pissed my pants. All in that it was.
That's fucking joke.
Pissed my pants. So the story was, I gotta tell the story.
Go for it.
I always tell the story.
Go for it. I'm glad that you own it.
I own it. I like it's my story. Like you know when people have stories, like RG has like 1,000.
A bajillion.
This is my story that I always take out of my back pocket. I'll go wherever. I'll go on dates. I'll tell the story. Stories being told on everything. So what happened? So we go in. It was me, Todd, Anastasia, RG, and we go in, and we're in the weigh-ins. Like we're about there, and I go in it's a banquet hall.
Yeah.
Right? And who was it? It was Nabil's show.
Ottawa show, right?
Yeah, Heroes.
Yeah.
It was Heroes. It was against Zach Powell.
Okay, yeah.
Zach's doing amazing now. He's doing his thing. And it was against Zach Powell. And so we go in there, and I got my sweats on, and I go and I wear my sweats, and I'm 178. The fight's on 170, but 175 with the catchweight allowance.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm 178 with the sweats on. So I'm probably like 176. Yeah. 176.5, whatever. So I'm like, man, I gotta like we gotta get our stuff taught. I gotta weigh in. I gotta keep going. I gotta work out. I gotta do this stuff. And then so talking square, let's get our sweats. So we get our stuff, and as we're going with like ready to like do a run and stuff, Nabil goes, all right, ready for the weigh-ins. And I'm like, no.
Fuck.
So Annie goes like, go to the washroom, quick, go to the washroom. So I go to the washroom, I go, and I completely forget about after piss. So I go, take a piss, completely, come back, ready to go. Not even aware
Thinking
of
about
what
it.
just happened. Yeah, not even thinking about it. They call my name. I take my pants, my sweatpants out, and I have the ugliest drawer. They're like grandpa drawers. Like, they're like
The Fruit of the Loom type of shit?
they're like bright green. They're the worst. They're like, so, and it's just a big old piss stain right there. Like big old, like, and I'm like to Todd, I whisper, I'm like, Todd, like I pissed my pants. He's like, what? I'm like, I pissed my pants.
Oh my god.
And he goes like, and Nabil, it's too late for that now, buddy. Come weigh in. So I weigh in. I got a big old piss stain. The photographer is a gem. The photographer's a gem. He did upper body only. Yeah.
Okay.
Like with everybody, but he was cool. He did. So
that's a professional right there.
yeah, that is.
That's a professional.
So I weigh in. I'm trying to like adjust my drawers. I'm trying
Let's
to
see
do.
if this picture is on the internet.
No, is
you
it?
think is it?
You gotta
Sigeta
go-
Heroes
Combat League. Go Heroes Combat League. And if you-
weigh-ins.
Combat League weigh-ins. It should go images. So they wouldn't have it.
Bitch. I would have loved to see that fucking picture. Yeah.
But and then so I go, I do so I'm weighing in, I'm trying to adjust like my pants. It's the worst. Like I'm trying to adjust it.
Yeah.
It's not working. So weigh-ins are done. I weighed in like 176.6.
Damn.
Nice. Good job, buddy. And then way to go. We go put our
Piss stain
pants.
and all.
So I thought it was just myself, Todd, and Nabil that heard it.
Yeah.
Right? And then everyone probably saw it. Hold on. So we go. Todd goes like, Did you see? RG. You know RG when he's mad.
Of course.
We heard. Everybody in the banquet all heard. He goes like, everybody heard. So me thinking I whispered I peed my pants. Everybody heard me say I peed my pants. And it was just like, I peed my pants.
How did they hear?
I don't know. It was just
You are pretty loud anyway.
I sometimes I
So
don't
your
know how
whisper is
loud I am.
probably like
that's
a-
probably what it is. And then yeah, so that's that story.
That's your piss story.
That's my
Probably
story.
like it's already embarrassing missing weight and then having that piss stain. as
Oh,
well.
and you know what's funny?
Cherry
that
on
was the
top.
best performance. Like that was like I looked like wow. Like that's when I really turned the corner with my striking.
Yeah.
With everything was after that performance. Like that performance really like solidified it. And then after that, I had the OGA the 2 matches in one night. The 2 fights in one night.
That was the Ontario
That
stuff,
was the
right?
Ontarios. Yeah, that was a good experience too, because that got me because I got always every time before a fight, like I'd always kind of get like not nervous shakes, but like kind of like nervous or like that adrenaline. where it's just,
Butterflies
like,
or
butterflies,
Okay.
yeah. And it's just like one of those like because like in my mind before that, I always wondered like what happens if I don't have the adrenaline. I'm fighting fatigue. So
Yeah.
I fought the first. I was in the Ontario one. I was fighting the first fight and the last fight. I fought the first fight.
Oh,
and then I
okay. That's not
so
bad.
I had the experience of feeling the adrenaline, then feeling like the withdrawal and just like the
Yeah.
and like to the point where even in the back, like they had to put ice on my neck just so
wow.
I can get because I was like feeling. But then going back in like the main event, I was just fine after. Like
It's probably like just getting that dust off your shoulder.
yeah,
like,
it was
all right,
just
let me get
like,
into the
you know,
swing
now
of things.
I got my adrenaline, like I have it all again, and it so after that I felt perfectly like like going into fights after that, I just felt confident and ready.
So you're
to
saying
go.
that was
Like,
kind of the turning point for
that
you?
was a turning point.
So even in your pro fights now, you're going in.
Oh,
you're
I go in there confident. I go in there like, even what's funny is besides Worlds, because I actually took Worlds like a little more seriously, like as in prepped it really hard. But even in the Ontario Opens, I was just nonchalant about it, even to the point where I got taken down because I was just being very passive and just being very like nonchalant. But it's because I'm just so used to fighting. Like I'll do like these jits matches. I did a super fight, the quintet one.
Okay.
Right? Roy's event.
That was down in Burlington, right? Or
Oakville. Yeah,
Oakville,
yeah. So
sorry.
it's around the same, right? Back in June. And I was just smiling. I was just having fun. I was just
That's
I didn't like even walking out, like I was just like waving to everyone, like, hey, how's everyone going? You know, like, and I was facing a very good jits practitioner. Like he was a killer. Like the guy was good.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and everyone wrote me off on that one. Like, oh, you know, he's an MMA, you know, like they say he's an MMA guy.
And they automatically write off all your credentials.
Write off
That's
all
such
the
bullshit.
MMA stuff, but it's like I'm not really like I'm an MMA guy, but I'm a grappler.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like
how did that super fight go?
I tapped him out. Like so that, you know, and then
Fucking all the reasoning you need to show people that.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Like when we are seeing have you been watching the grappling events on like Fight Pass and stuff?
I watch
that have
it
been
here
coming
and
up?
there. Yeah,
Right?
I also got Flow Sports. I watch both.
Yeah, so like when you see MMA guys go against grapplers, then grapplers obviously have the better advantage there, right? Like they'll more often be the ones that actually get the victory.
Right.
But then there are the exceptions of the MMA guys that they're MMA guys, but they have a huge background in grappling.
Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert Burns is a motherfucker, right?
Is amazing.
That guy's fucking awesome.
But he's also got a very high level jits background.
My friend Tony that I do the show with, and once we talked about the Damian Maia fight that he has coming up now.
Great fight.
He's like writing off Burns. He goes, dude, if this fight gets to the ground, Burns is fucked. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
Can't.
You don't know Burns that well,
Burns
then.
is good, and Burns has been competing. If you're talking about jits too right now, Burns has been competing way more than Maia has. Maia just does MMA.
Exactly.
Burns is doing all of it. Burns was supposed to do the 80cc's too, but then Gunnar Nelson fight
that happened as well.
So,
yeah.
So like he's doing all that, but yeah. So that's what like. So I tried this with the jits.
Yeah.
Right. So like I've been going back and forth. Like I took like 6 months off to do that.
Is there
focus on the jits? So.
Is there anything on the horizon in terms of jits for you right now, or
no? We're actually thinking of we're trying to do March 8th, the Prospect Show.
MMA show.
Yeah, the MMA
Is there anything
show.
lined up currently, or
they're trying to find some guys. And then I got offered the rematch from the World Finals with Almer, the guy from Jocelyn's, Jets guy for the Quintet Super Fight.
Oh, okay. They want to do a rematch, grappling rematch.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Like Rory wanted to do it, but I told him like, look, I might be fighting, and I'm probably gonna be cutting weight, so I'm gonna be less. And like,
when is the Quintet show?
February 8th.
Okay.
So
it's a little bit too close.
And it's not even like if he was like 190 it would have been, but he's a heavy boy. He's like 210, 240. Because like I went up to in Worlds.
That's what I was going to ask you about. I'm not entirely sure how the Worlds work in terms of like weight classes and all that stuff.
So this one was super
yours?
Mine was super heavy. It was 202 to 214.
Okay.
So I went up in the weight class, and I want like, cause Dom, my jits coach, Dom,
Pacero,
yeah,
fuck.
Dom goes like, do you want to go lower or high? Like I think you do well lower, and I probably like my better shape would probably be like 195, but I'm like, Dom, I think I could take these guys in the super heavy. Like,
I love that fucking confidence, dude. I love that confidence.
I'm like, I feel like I can wrestle with these guys more, and I did. Like there was a lot more wrestling in the super heavy than there was like. I feel like a lot of these guys will not pull guard as much. A couple of them will. Like I'm ready for that, but I feel like a lot of them are gonna like wrestle with me. And I had 5 matches. 3 of them wrestled. 2 of them pulled guard.
How well did you know these guys going into the competition?
Know any of them.
None of them.
None of them except
Zero.
Almer.
Because
Except
he's
the guy
a
at the finals,
local guy, right?
That's the only guy I know. I didn't know anybody else, and I didn't even, like I researched here and there, but I didn't want to do research because it's like too much names, and I'm like, with a fight, it's different. Like you're focusing on one guy.
Yeah, compared to a tournament where it's like you don't know exactly who you're going to face. Did you even know who you were going to have in the opening round going into the tournament, or did you have to wait until you got there?
I think like the day of they do
the day
brackets, and then you have like because they actually organized, and it was very well. It was so quickly ran too.
Nice.
Like I had like it was like 20 people in my bracket. I was done in like an hour and a half.
Damn, how many matches?
5.
Fuck.
So yeah.
So they had them running simultaneously.
They had mat 6 and mat 10.
Okay.
Mat 10 was I was mat 6, which was like the first bracket, and then there was and then the winners meet up.
Have you felt anything like that after you've won something? Like, is there like, would you say that's your biggest like success thus far in your early career?
Well, yeah, it's the world championship.
Huge. It's fucking massive.
It's a big deal.
But personally, though, like, did you feel like after you won your first pro fight or after you won your first amateur fight, could you relate the feelings?
It's good, but it's one of those things, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to sound like cocky about it, but it was one of those. It wasn't like, oh my god, I did it. It was like, yeah, no, mission accomplished.
Sick. That's what I admire about you, though, because you have that nonchalantness about you, but you still go out there and put maximum effort.
No, that's it. Like, I don't look at it as in like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna win. It's just like, it's like I have that in my head, but I have that in my head because like how I look at it is like I have a check sheet of, okay, this is what I have to do in order to like win. Because like a lot of guys and like a lot of guys have this like mentality, oh, failure's not an option, losing's not an option. You're idiots. Mm-hmm. Failure and losing,
it's inevitable.
It's the biggest option there. You know what I mean? Like, that's there.
Yeah.
You gotta have your checklist not to do that, and that's how I look at it. I look at, okay, what have I done so like I prepare myself for when and that's so like when I won, I'm like, yeah, mission accomplished. Like I knew
this was supposed to happen.
This was supposed to happen, and that's why I took that's a reason why I took 6 months off, because I'm like, I always wanted to know how would I do if I put my effort in jits for like a solid
6 months.
6 months, right? Because like a lot of people are like, yo, you're jits, and I've been doing a lot of the local tournaments and I've been winning.
Sick.
So I'm like, but that's with me doing MMA on juggling both.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me see what I can do.
If I
focus and I'm like, I feel I can win the worlds. Let me prove it, and that's how I did it.
Do you have a desire to go back next year
to worlds?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah,
You think this is going to be a yearly thing for you? You want to?
I'm going to
for this foreseeable
probably,
future.
Because before if you asked me this in the beginning of 2019, I would have been like, yeah, this is what I want. This is because that's how I was because I had 4 fights in 2018. I thought I was, and then end of 2019, I focused on jits. So before I would have been like, yeah, but now I'm like, we'll see where it goes.
Did you have any MMA fights in 2019?
No, I thought I was first 6 months we were looking, but then the last 6 months I decided to take it off because I felt like the flame wasn't there as much.
Okay.
I just and I'm honest about it. I just didn't have the feeling that I had when I was before. When I was a 16-year-old boy when I wanted to do it. You know what I mean?
Coming into the amateurs and all that shit.
I didn't. I'm like, I don't have that now. It's just I'm doing it because I don't want to feel that way because that's not how
you need that extra little thing to push you.
So now,
especially in a sport like this, right?
Oh, 100%. And I always say so. Now I have it again. But I have it in a different way. Before. If going back before it was about oh, I want to be the best in Ontario. I want to promote myself. I want to be very good in Ontario. I want to build be the top guy in the promotion.
Yeah.
Now it's I don't give a fuck.
It's gonna come. Strapping for the journey.
Now
that's pretty
it's
much.
I'll fight anybody. Before it was oh, I'll fight. Now it's if it's a 1-0 guy, if it's a 2-0 guy, if it's fucking Kamaru Usman. At this point. I really don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Before I'd care. Before I'd be I want the right fight. Now it's okay, are we fighting this guy or no?
Yeah.
That's my mentality.
That's why I'm glad you kind of have RG there because he is the guy that will see that in you and see that you want to fucking fight anybody, but he's gonna regulate it.
Oh,
he's gonna make sure that we are still bringing you on along. Treating you as a guy that's 4-0 as a pro, right? So he wants to keep you keep that steady growth.
It was before, but now it's and I feel because I'll go with these guys and I'll not only hold my own, but it's just so now it's I'm just ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel the problem is going with trying to do that steady build up. A lot of 2-0, 3-0 guys won't take the fight, especially in Ontario. They won't take the fight. And then I can't go be let me fight the guy that's 11-0 because they won't take the fight because it's a risk.
Touche.
And I don't mind taking the fight, but they won't take it.
But there's some commissions that won't even allow that either, right?
Exactly, right?
So that's another thing you have to take into.
So that's why a lot of them, a lot of promotions get the American boys. Because I don't mind fighting the American boys. I don't mind fighting anybody. I think
your last guy was American, right? From Florida?
My last fight.
Or was Davis Dos Santos?
No, my last fight, it was supposed to be someone, but they 1 week notice in TKO, they picked a guy from Tunisia. a 55er from
Oh
Tunisia.
yes. The fucking,
Yeah, the
I
small
told this to RG.
Yeah,
all the guys you fight just have this physical like Hector Lombard build. It's so weird.
It's if you look at all my 4 fights in pro, they're all
That
jacked
physique.
dudes, you know. And then like they're all like you got Panot, who was like pretty jacked, who now fights at 55.
Dos Santos.
You got that Smith guy. Someone called him the Jack. Yeah,
from Florida,
yeah,
right?
Someone called him the Jack Kevin Hart, and I'm like, I see it now.
Did they tell you that before or after the fight?
This was like way after.
Okay, good.
And it's like
going into the fight, you're just like, what the? Why am I fighting Kevin Hart here?
No. Honestly, you know what's funny though? Going into that fight, everyone goes like, "Yo, dude, like that dude was big. Like, how did you?" But in my mind, he was smaller than me. Like,
interesting.
I build him up as small. Like, I saw him in the ring, and I'm like, "You're smaller than him. Like, you're not bigger than me." Like, and when you look at the fight, you're like, "Well," and then
you fucking made him look smaller than
but
you.
yeah,
for sure.
so that's what I'm like. I didn't look at him. I'm like, yeah, I didn't see it.
I love that you have that fucking mentality.
I didn't see it. Same with Dos Santos.
Yeah.
And I actually like in the fight, like I kind of like was bigger than Dos Santos in a sense.
Like
he was
physically,
wider,
you're talking about? Oh yeah.
But like lengthwise, because I was bigger, but and then also the pressure and everything. We knew he was gonna fade.
Yeah.
Like
you have like that. I think you're Albanian, right? Like by blood.
Yeah.
You guys just have that like European fixed
immigrant strength.
Immigrant That's a perfect the perfect description of how like you don't look the most jacked, but you just have this crazy fucking top pressure on you as well. Like, that's insane. One thing that I want to say also is I told RG, you seem to have a little bit of an issue finishing that last guy until the last round. Like you out cardioed him pretty much, and finally got to finish from. Was it a TKO or was it
TKO?
submission?
It was a TKO. Again, no submissions on my end.
Oh yeah, fuck. I gotta get back into the crowd or the corner. And he told me that literally like the next week they bought you like a fucking dummy bag that you can go ham on for 10 minutes every fucking day.
Yeah.
How did first of all, in that fight, what do you think you did wrong? Did you think you did anything wrong in that?
I mean,
what do you think you could have changed? Like,
I wouldn't say I did it because I watch it over and over. Like,
you do that, eh?
Watch it. Like, I watch it here and there.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I would change anything because I don't believe in change. I feel like it's there for a reason.
It's a glass half full thing, though. That's how I'm trying to look at it. But
no,
continue.
100%. But it's not even like I wouldn't change anything. I think because that helped me to where I am now. That fight helped me to like understand where I am now and know what I have to do, right? Because if I change it, then I wouldn't know, So I wouldn't really change anything. I think finishing wise or looking for more submission opportunities, but that also comes with like just growing but other than that, no, I don't feel like I would change anything other than like just a little bit more effort in the punches, but I feel like the game plan wise, I could have stayed in crucifix a little bit more.
Okay.
I could have probably finished it there. I know he got up after, but I remember putting him back and I went straight to mount after. I could have stayed there. I could have probably finished the choke too.
Yeah.
But the choke, so I could have probably finished that. But other than that, like I wouldn't really change anything going into that. For that fight. But I did afterwards. So
when I'm like betting on fights, the two main things that I look in a fighter is wrestling, if they have a massive wrestling advantage, and cardio. That's two things that you have, and I think that you're going to be a huge money train moving on in the future. That's all I'm saying. Once you get to promotions that actually take wagers, but that's why I think that you're so dominant in all these fucking fights, because you're able to wrestle these guys, and even if you're not able to finish them, you're still going to be able to out cardio them, and you still have the movement to stay away from big strikes and be a challenger enough to know when to time your takedowns. Like what's the guy's name that looked like Kevin Hart? Smith. Like that fight in the third round, like I think RG in the corner was saying right before the third round, he goes, use your boxing a little bit now. He's going to be expecting you to take him down, play with him a little bit on the feet, and then your takedown will come from that. That's why I think that your cardio is so important, because then in the third round you can take that time.
In that fight,
it looked at it a little bit, but it still seemed like you had the will more than that fucking guy.
Right? He was done. He was way more done than
way exhausted.
But I also didn't take that fight as seriously as I should have.
Interesting.
As in, like I thought, and that after that fight, I for sure like. After my first fight, I TKO'd the guy. I was like feeling kind of untouchable in a sense. Where just like oh, I'm gonna walk over this guy. And the guy got right back up. So I'm like, you know what? I can't do that. I can't think like that. I gotta think smart pressure. Don't overkill yourself. Smart pressure. And then going into Dos Santos fight, I was just a different fighter.
There's one thing that we harp on fighters a lot about. This is cardio, but like, what can fighters actually do to improve their cardio? Like, we can say work on your cardio, but what does that mean? Go running more? Is it, do more 12 rounds, or what is it?
It's like cardio, but it's also will and heart.
So do you think it's something that can be trained and be improved upon?
Well, the cardio, yeah, but like the will, like you gotta have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta like I tell some guys, like even when I'm out of shape, like I'll just think and I'll last these guys. And I'm like, man, there's part of me that wants to quit right now, but I can't do that. I'm not gonna let you guys see that. And that comes from also seeing RG do that too, where RG doesn't want to like RG will never show you that he's tired.
No, never.
Never show you that. So like that's where it comes from too. You will never know that I'm tired.
I don't think I've ever followed a fighter closer than you in terms of from the beginning through to a pro.
Me.
I fucking signed you up. That's my claim to fame right there.
You got me into MMA. I got him into MMA. I told him.
That's it.
No, I told him.
He didn't even know MMA was before he came into the fucking gym.
Ask him how much submissions he's got.
Yeah, exactly. Ask him who was in the corner when he got that submissions too.
Really getting deep with that one.
What's your do you have any goals for 2020? I'm not huge on saying 2020 is the year of this. I'm just using it as a span of time.
Yeah.
In the next 12 months, what goals do you have? Let me just grab some more water too.
Yeah. And I was saying before, I was you asked me that before, and I would always have goals ready, but now because of just the way 2019 was as a learning experience, and just the way it went completely the other way. Yeah. Like I started off like, I'm gonna probably have like 3-4 fights again this year, to 0 fights but a world title in jiu-jitsu.
So things obviously change as the year goes on.
Yeah. So for me in 2020, I'm ready to I'm hoping for good stuff, ready to go. But I'm just enjoying. I'm going in for the ride. That's fucking that's how I look at it. Because I want to do MMA, but I'm thinking about doing the 80cc trials as well.
Jesus.
Just because I want to challenge myself, right? Yeah. And there's no belt limits. You're going against black belts. It's different rule sets. It's not the IBJJF rule sets.
Where does it take place?
There's certain ones.
The trials.
The trials. I don't know. Okay. I know the main one. It's in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
But there's like everywhere. I think this year they're doing the trials, and the next year they're doing all.
Do you know when roughly it is?
This year I think they got a couple like October, November. I think in September around there, and then so I'm thinking of doing that as well. Right, and then might as well probably do a couple other like super fights. Try up in the States, like the fight to win stuff.
Okay.
So probably try to get on those, because
I love that you're into the grappling as much as you are, because it's good to have great wrestling. Yeah. But not know what the fuck to do once you actually get the guy to the ground is probably the worst thing.
And you know what? I thought before, like a lot of guys would use this line like, oh, he's got great wrestling. He uses great wrestling. But it's like, well, yes and no. I also have like the grappling aspect too. And I realized this when I was in Worlds. Ed Ruth.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
I saw Ruth.
He fought Gracie, right? And he lost that fight.
I was at Worlds. Ruth was there. He was in division below me.
Okay. Oh, he was actually competing in it.
He was competing there. He was a purple belt, yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I saw Ruth, and I'm like, and Ruth was not doing like bad, but he was getting out jits, and he wasn't doing the right jit stuff. He was like out scrambling the guy at time, but he wasn't doing the right jit stuff. And that's when I realized it's good to have a good balance. Yeah, it's great to have wrestling, but it's also great to have jits. So that's where I feel like where I'll get guys is where I know when to mix it. I'll know when to do my jits and when to do my wrestling. Where like a lot of guys don't know where to have that balance, and that's what throws a lot of guys off. Right. So for example, the Dos Santos fight. Yeah. That's when I just strictly went folk style. Like I just like rides, turtles, because he's a black belt in jits.
You don't really want to try to like fucking fish for your hooks and try to go for a shake or choke.
Why do a jit scramble with him?
And then he might end up on top or something, or he might get the better position. So it's good that you have the intelligence for that too.
Why would I do that? And even when he took me down 3 times in round 1.
Holy shit! I'm trying to remember that fight because the last one I saw was the last TKO. But yeah.
And he only had me 3 times, but he only had me in the ground for 30 seconds because immediately as I went underhooks, like kind of like the Maya stuff, underhooks, single legs, all that just scrambled out. And the judges actually gave me that round because after the 3 takedowns I kept pressuring and then I took him down and held him down for like a minute 30.
It's good that the judges actually recognize that over the 3 takedowns.
Over the 3 takedowns, they saw that's pressure. Good. And they saw the control, right? Because it's like
that's the knock on wrestlers too, though. Is like, great, they're good at taking guys down, but how are they off their back?
Exactly, right? And
I'm glad that you're breaking that mold. I'm glad you're breaking that fucking mold.
And I always start on my back when I train. Like I never start on top. Oh,
that's good.
Like, and it's crazy because it's like, oh, you got this killer top. I never start on top. Like I'll always start on bottom, and I'll always try to work on some stuff. Like I'll even like now explore like single leg X, leg lock games and stuff. Like just to explore. Like I'll always have my bread and butter, but I'll put that in the game, and now I actually have that in my game.
Yeah.
So now, and I can put that. So I do stuff like that too. Even in the gi, like I do a lot of gi as well. I'll try the spider guard stuff. I'll try all the very sports jiu-jitsu stuff. Just why not?
It's good that you're working on that because one thing that's I'm seeing not with a lot of fighters is Jermaine Durandamy is a perfect example. I'm sure you saw that fight with Amanda Nunes.
I'm actually on round 1. I just finished Peter Yan versus Uriah Faber.
Wait. It's January 12th. And this fight happened December
14th, the same day as World.
Why the fuck are you so far behind on the fights?
Because I just haven't watched them. I haven't watched Stipe versus Cormier 2 yet. Personal reasons.
It's okay. It broke my heart too. I don't blame you.
Personal reasons. I'm not ready for it, but not ready to see Cormier winning the fight and then lose. I'm not ready for it. Jones almost hurt. Like Jones hurt me.
That one was tough too.
So this one's gonna hurt me even more, especially that he beat him.
Do you want me to spoil the Jermaine Durandamy fight for you?
No,
you obviously know who won.
I heard it. Like,
but do you know how she won?
Got destroyed in the ground.
Exactly.
And I'm like 3 minutes in, and she's like, so I know that. But
my what I was trying to get to is the fact that like, okay, you're a great striker. You're a great fucking striker, which means that your opponents are probably going to want to take you down. Why are you not working on what you're doing, starting on your back and working to get up on, like, you're going to get taken down. You may not be able to stop the takedown, so maybe working takedown defense isn't the best thing, but working on getting the fuck back up. That's the main thing. So it's good that you're putting yourself in those positions that you know that, okay, this is where I'm weak.
Yeah.
I'm always going to start at this fucking position.
Now I'm so used to it. Like, I'm not, like, I won't even be like, it's not even considered a bad position for me anymore. Like, I feel so comfortable there. But you said it best is a lot of these grapplers when they try to go into, like, not grapplers, sorry, strikers, when they try, and I don't know what it is, but why is it when a grappler goes into striking, he never tries to be the boxer? You always try to look for.
Yep.
But when a striker goes into grappling, all of a sudden they try to do the kimuras, arm bars, and why don't you just work on getting up and working your defense? Work your underhooks.
Adesanya is probably one of the best at that right now.
One of the best.
Fucking insane how crazy this guy's up right away.
But look, that's what you should be doing. Not playing the let me work my guard and why? Why?
Makes no sense.
What's the point? You're not good at the ground. You're good at striking.
I don't know if you might even have to knock the coach at that point. Because to be like, yo, this is clearly their deficiency. This is what they're weakest at. And this is probably the biggest threat coming into this fight too. Why is that now the main? Like
the only person I could think that was a grappler and want to be a striker was Ronda Rousey, but I blame her coach.
But I remember somebody put the like, if you were to give Ronda Rousey's coach credit for all of her victories, it's like giving Kimbo Slice's jiu-jitsu coach all the praise for all of his knockout wins. Because the guy's a boxing coach and she's getting all these fucking submissions. So it's not the coach. It's really not the coach getting her these victories here.
Right? Not at all. And then they really did praise him when she knocked out
Betch
Correa. And it's just like, oh my God.
That was fucking horrible.
But then it's just like, to the point where they actually believe Holly Holm was going to get outboxed by her.
Dude, she was a massive underdog going into that fight, which was fucking stupid. Me?
But it's like, I get it if she was going to get submitted. Like, but they thought she was going to get outstriked. Like, how?
Do you remember the image where, like, Holly Holm pivoted off the cage and fucking Ronda dropped on her knee?
The whole thing was horrible.
I know. It was pretty fucking bad. I felt so bad for her.
That's what happens when an amateur boxer goes in with the world champion, tries to box.
Yeah.
You're a judo champion.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Getting back to you, though, something I was talking to RG about was trying to figure out where your sense of motivation and sense of just wanting to Is it wanting to be the best, or what is it that drives you to do what
Essentially,
the fuck
that's it. Really, like
you just want to be the best.
I want to be like I just have the competitive mindset of and I still do. Like I have the competitive mindset of just like it's the competitor. I want to be the best. But before it was like, oh, I just I want to be the best. I want everyone to like look at like I want to like UFC champ. I want to do all this stuff. And now it's just like I just want to beat people.
Grappling, want to be the best. Jiu-jitsu, want to be the best.
If I have to do this, I'll be the best at it too. That's how I look at it now. It's like I have that drive. I re-got that flame because I said, but I re-got it in a more like I feel like more mature way now. Like I feel like I matured with it in a sense now where like it's not just like I'm not just like I want to I'll fight this guy. I want to really fight the best guy. Now it's like no, I know I want to like. I got this chip on my shoulder, and I want to like. Before it was like I want to prove to everybody. When I was like I was like 20, I want to prove to people like, look at me. Now it's just like I'm not proving anything to nobody. Like now it's like I'm doing it for myself.
I feel like on the outside looking in from at least my time at the gym, the only validation you were really looking for was from your parents. And now they're like completely fucking behind you. They're at all the fucking fights and all that shit. I love your dad. Your dad is fucking awesome.
He's hilarious.
He's like #1 Ergys fan. It's the best.
But they're fully supported
and they're allowed. They're like, okay, you don't want to continue with the school part. That's completely fine. Do your thing. Go full fledged into this shit.
But I feel like I wouldn't say validation as much as like being that underdog. Coming in and even with the worlds like that was it too. But now it's like I'll always have that underdog mentality of no everyone counting me out. But now it's just like I don't like I'm doing it for me now.
I feel like you have like that Khabib mentality in the sense like just send me the location.
That's straight up, and it's just like
give me date, time, opponent.
It's more. It's like I don't care so much about the scene anymore. Mm-hmm. Before, the whole Ontario scene.
You don't have to fucking tell me about that shit.
I don't care about it anymore. I couldn't care anymore. I don't care if I'm fighting an Ontario fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me fight him. Mm-hmm. I don't care if I'm fighting an American fighter. Okay,
Tunisian guy or whatever the fuck it was.
Whatever. That's awesome. Oh, you want me to fight in South Africa? That's good.
Yeah.
Let me fight there. I don't mind. I don't. So that's
it's just so tough when nobody wants to fight you either.
So, but
right?
and that's the case. But even before, like when guys will go like, "Oh, I don't get fights." Well, you don't get fights, or you don't want to get fights.
Touche.
Like that's where because like I'm open. Like G would be like, "You're fighting this guy." I never say, I'll always be like, "Okay, cool."
Nice.
Whatever.
There was never an opponent that G brought to you like.
No,
not once,
not at all.
Good,
not before, not now. Definitely no. Now if G brought,
don't give a fuck. Like you're just happy you have a fight.
Before, even back in 2018, if you said like Ergys, you're fighting a 1-0 or 0-0 guy, I'd be like, why? Like, what's the point? Mm-hmm. Now it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ergys,
but I feel like you have that amount of experience now. Like even the amateur fights, even though we're amateur fights, still fucking experience. What is the total now? How many total fights you have? 11 fights. Like you're 11-0.
Have now a major jiu-jitsu title, even though it's a purple belt.
Still an accolade.
I have it under my belt now. So it's like I have like stuff where it can, but I think I need like 1 or 2 more before I can really start like pushing like those.
In 2020 here, one thing that we saw with Tyron Woodley when he submitted Darren Till, he got his black belt, but he also retained his title. It seemed like he was a lot more like choked up and happy about receiving his black belt.
Yeah.
Do you like sitting in your chair right now? Do you kind of hold one above the other? Like, do you hold like the pinnacle of the MMA sport, a UFC title? Let's just be honest about that. That's the pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah.
And then jiu-jitsu, it's a black belt.
Yeah.
Can you comfortably say right now that you would rate one higher than the other in terms of feeling an accomplishment for it?
I can't.
No?
Because I'm not at that level or either.
Like, do you dream of one of more than the other?
I mean, before it was like, I dream of being a UFC champion and I get that, but now it's just like, it's about being the best at this point.
True.
So for me, it doesn't even matter. Like, if I have to fight at ONE FC, I'll go there.
Yeah.
If I gotta go to, I'll go there.
That's a good mentality to have actually.
It's because like a lot of guys, and going back to the Ontario, a lot of guys have this. I'm in the UFC. I'm good now. I'm a UFC.
But then they end up like 0-2 and cut.
I'm a UFC veteran. So what does that even mean?
I know.
You know, so
That's the pinnacle of their life, though. Is I made it to the UFC. I'm happy now.
But that's not, that would never be mine.
No.
But and you know what though, and I'm gonna go because with the black belt is I don't know when I'll get my brown. Probably get my brown soon, but it's close.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like 2-3 years away close.
True.
You
That's
know,
true.
with the black belt.
Considering how the progression you've had,
and when you think about it, and when I think about it, I'm like, oh man, like that's crazy. You know, where it's like, and it's not like, because it's not like a world. It's like it's different. You know, it's not like it's an accomplishment.
It's like getting your doctorate. It's your PhD. Like,
it's, you know,
I've accomplished something, and I've put my time and effort into this, and somebody recognizes that I deserve this.
Yeah, so it's a little different in that sense, but I can't say, I can't say which one's more, because I haven't experienced either.
You've rolled with plenty of black belts in the past.
And I've competed against plenty of black belts.
In a jiu-jitsu realm, though. Yeah.
In a jiu-jitsu and MMA, both. But yeah. So
and you, like...
I've won against black belts in jits, too. So
do you feel the difference, though, when you're going up against guys that are like... Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It all feels the same almost, and you're just going with the fucking rules and shit.
Sometimes some purple belts are more...
Damn.
Because it's a newer time now, though.
True.
A lot of competitive purple belts should be like brown or black belts.
That's true.
And that's fine. And it's funny though, and Dom will tell you this too, is the Ontario Open that I fought in, my division was probably more stacked than the brown belt division.
Oh damn! Is that the one that happens here in Brampton?
Yeah, Soccer Center.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy from Action Reaction runs that. Gringo. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's a good tournament that they run over there.
Yeah, it's a very good tournament. So they do a gi. They did I don't know if they're gonna do it like this again, but last year they did a gi in May and no gi in June.
Okay. Normally they do it all at once.
They used
right?
to, yeah, but I think
it's just growing.
They're just growing, so they're like,
that's good news, I guess.
Might as well do it like this. So that's how they did it, and yeah, but like purple belt, like there was a stacked bracket. So even Dom was like, and it was like a good bunch of people. So you never know nowadays, right? Like that's the thing. Like I remember doing like this in-house versus me in-house. It was like a quintet format.
Okay. And
it was us versus the like one of the part of like the affiliates of Toronto BJJ. And they had like two browns, a black, and a two browns, two blacks, and a purple. Like two browns, two blacks, three browns, and a purple. One or the other.
Yeah.
They had something like that, and I remember, I went so we did the thing. Vitaly won first. He beat one guy, and then he lost to one of the black belts. Right, so then I come in and I had four more. Right, so like I had. Like,
don't tell me you dusted the rest of the field. Fuck you, dude. Are you
so
kidding
I went there
me?
because Vitaly went and I saw Vitaly get tapped and I'm like, Dom, I gotta go in because Matt, one of the guys was supposed to go in. I'm like, Dom, let me go in.
Damn.
Dusted it was a couple of them were close matches.
Yeah.
But like, and a couple of like one black, one purple, two browns.
That is nuts.
Or however it was.
Did you guys go in as like a Grants MMA team? Is that kind of how it?
Yeah, we had Grants RMNU.
Okay.
Because we're ours is we're affiliated with Hobson.
Yeah.
So
that's sick.
I know Hobson. We're on a first name basis.
He's my boy. I got him on speed dial.
He congratulated me on the in Worlds.
Did he send you a video message?
No, he commented on my post, but that's good enough. And he shares my stories.
There you go.
Hobson
Moore is a G.
He is sick.
He's such a G.
He's good.
I remember dealing with him a little bit when I was back at the gym, and he still comes down on a yearly basis, right?
Once a year.
Nice. Yeah, that's good for him. So you're thinking probably March?
Yeah, we're just trying to get a name. I'm cutting weight. Like I gotta die. Yo, because the last time you've seen me, I was averaging 185, 190.
You're a big boy now.
210.
Shit, dude.
210 is 210. What I've been.
Actually, that's another thing. When you did join the gym and as you were growing, because you were 16 when you joined. How old were you? How old are you now?
22.
Fuck.
Weren't you 22 when?
I'm 28 right now. So yeah, 6 years ago I was 22. Holy fuck, dude. That's insane.
That's crazy.
What was the point that I was trying to get to? The one question I always had in terms of your career and what you were going to be doing with your fighting, what weight class you were going to be at? Because we're just trying to figure out, like, okay, because he's not the tallest, but he's a thick boy. You know what I mean? With double
but I
C.
wasn't even. But But what's funny was even then I wasn't as thick for a 170er. Like I was not. Like I was, and then I made a decision: do I bulk up to 170 for 170, or do I go down? And I decided to stay at 170 and then go from there. But I didn't really start taking my strength seriously, my strength and conditioning, until like July.
Oh, really? That
I did weights. I did
yeah.
weights and stuff, but like a program, and I'm gonna give him a shout out, is Adam's program, Mad Perform.
Adam, do I know
Senza.
this guy? Oh, okay, yeah. Senza is cool. Yeah,
and it's like, and I'm like night and day difference. Like, which is like, cause I've like a lot of people talk about my strength and made like my strength was here to like here.
Damn.
Like now, like before, like people have had problems.
Like, in what instances are you feeling the
hip
difference?
strength.
Damn.
Like just all around grip strength, and it's just because like I haven't before been using muscle parts that I haven't been working out like that, those muscle parts before.
You're just using your fucking body.
Like
just
now
entire
he's
body.
like been helping me out with all that stuff, like doing workouts I didn't even know existed.
Damn.
And I'm like, and I'm doing that, and even like guys would ask me like, so what is this workout? I have no idea. I'm just doing it. Like I really don't care. Don't ask.
You're just
me.
robot mode.
It's part of the program, and it's helping me. That's all I know. But yeah, now once I got that, I just gained like an extra 10 pounds.
Damn, just
So
muscle.
it was like 200, a bit of both.
A little bit of cheesecake, a little bit of muscle.
And so I was like I've been averaging. If I've been like just nonchalant eating, I'd probably be like 215 right now.
Damn.
So
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a big cut.
I'm not asking you for the specifics of this regimen, but like, what does it look like? Like 2-3 times a week you're hitting weights, or
sometimes so it depends on the days. Like I just finished up the last month, and it was 2 times.
2 times a week.
2 times a week, because I just finished World, so he just wanted me to get like on like just a recovering stage and get everything going again.
So are we, now that you're up to the 210 mark, which is fucking crazy, we talking 170 still?
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. You see how I sided with that?
That's a fucking solid 40 pounds away.
Yeah. I'm like 205. See, I'm like slowly like, do I say the number? Do I?
You can be completely honest with this. Don't worry about it. It's totally cool.
No, I'm like 205.
Again, I know you're disciplined enough to fucking get to where you need to get to.
Sure.
So I'm not even worried about that. It's joking all about that, but that's totally fine.
But that's the thing. So like, and I know when I have to, like, I'm being serious with it. Like I haven't touched pop in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I've had the biggest withdrawals ever. But it's horrible.
Are you like itching your neck and
no,
shit?
It's just like I'm so fatigued.
Oh yeah,
like and even people go like, you just started cutting weight. I'm like, it's not the weight cut. I'm like, it's the fact that I just went cold turkey.
Yeah.
Just like that, and I'm feeling it heavy.
But there's not a lot of people that can actually do that though.
No, everyone goes like, because like a lot of guys like, but like, and someone said, and someone got this good point. They go like, you either go cold turkey or you don't. Like the whole
leaning into it,
easing yourself in is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'm like, and I agree with that, because like if I ease myself in, I would probably be 3 cans of pop deep. So
then 2.5,
then 2.5,
then 2 1/4,
then back to 2.5, then to 2 again.
I'm easing into it, guys. I swear.
Easing. It's diet.
So 170. I think you are slowly filling into that fucking frame. So I think that's. I was thinking 155 initially too.
A lot of people were. So.
Like again, but then you are still growing. You're fucking 22 years old. You're still growing pubic hair just now and shit, right? Like it's all fucking good. The beard's coming in. There's no patches anymore. I like it. I like the fucking. I like the look.
I have to actually shave and know what it like. So that's so. But yeah, no. So that's the thing. So I realize now too. Like, okay, I'm slowly working to the 170 mark. Like, but you know what though, and you look at it too. You go at guys like Colby who don't look like they're 170. Like, look at
He's lean as fuck though.
you know, but then he's strong too.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you look at guys like that. So it doesn't really matter how, but like that era of being the big guy,
It's over.
it's over.
It's over.
You know,
We
it's
don't
about,
need that
like, look
anymore.
at Adesanya too.
Look at fucking Gastelum, like going up and at 185 fighting these fucking monsters now.
I think he's going back down.
He should go back down.
He should go
He
back
should
down.
go
But,
back
like,
down.
But then you look at someone like Darren Till,
Yeah.
who killed himself.
Why?
And then you look at him, but you know what's funny? Then you look at someone like Aldo, who just looked amazing.
And looked like death leading up to it.
Yeah, but still somehow
He looked amazing. Yeah.
And I thought he won. I don't care what anybody
I thought
says.
he lost. I'm sorry.
I thought he won.
I thought he lost.
I thought he won.
I thought he lost that. It came down to the third round.
I thought, you know what? It did.
It came down to the third round, and this is why he lost. The third round is Aldo moving forward. Yeah, correct. He was throwing shots. He wasn't landing many of them. It was just the output.
He landed more.
No. You want to pull up the stats? I did a full.
Pull him up. Did you?
I did. I did a full like episode on this actually with one of my friends. Let's pull this up just for you.
It's completed.
Oh, complete. What am I talking about? 245. I think it was total strikes. What's his face landed more?
I'm looking at.
Look at this.
I'm looking at total
Tell me.
strikes then. Oh, what? My life's a lie.
Per round.
Look
at that.
18 to 15. 21.
Round 3. Look at round 3.
But you're looking at
Look at round 3.
significant strikes.
Look at round 3. No, total is the one on the. Where's total? Let me show. Total.
Oh, you are looking at.
Let's do total. Total is 20 to 15.
Oh, wow.
Moraes. So Aldo was throwing more, which is correct, but he wasn't landing as effectively as Marlon
You can even
Moraes.
tell that the third round he was.
It was his forward
reaching.
pressure mixed in with the output that he was showing, but it was Moraes who was actually landing the better shots and doing more of the damage, in my opinion, which is why I gave him that round. And we need to find a fine line between a guy simply walking forward and throwing shots, but having to be effective with it and actually landing the shots compared to being countered the entire time. Right, like,
But that's the thing with
coming from a fighter. So I'm getting it from a fighter. What do you score more? Do you score the forward movement and an output, or the guy that's moving backwards but landing more?
I'm an output guy.
You are an output guy, but you land.
But
and then you use it for your wrestling
exactly.
as well.
So it's because it's weird. I looked at all those. I was looking at all those fights. I'm like, any minute now, I would be doing a takedown because it's just the pressure, the amount of pressure he was doing. Right. Same with like. But you gotta. It's hard because you gotta look at. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's about landing and
damage is number one criteria.
Damage is number one criteria, but also too how much you're moving. Like if you're looking like you're running away, like if you're doing the Gustafsson, I'm literally running away from you.
He wasn't doing that though.
No, in a bit. Like the second round he was. The third round not as much, and that's
true.
The second round. The third round he was moving. I think the third round he was moving more, but then you're right. He made up with it. He landed right away.
Yep.
Like he landed. Like
I thought he landed the better shots.
As soon as Aldo was trying to bum and then move. So I get what you're saying. And like, okay, you know what? If you're running away and you're not doing much, then okay, fine. But if you're running away and like not running away, but if you're I can't use the word running away.
It's almost like an insult.
Yeah. If you're using the proper footwork.
Yeah. Defensive. Let's call it defensive footwork.
Yeah, if you're doing that and then that's different.
Yeah. The point we were trying to make was the Aldo thing though. Like he went down in weight, looked great. Like the fact that he was able to still push the pace in round 3 was phenomenal because he's been known to be a guy that's slowing down.
But he didn't slow down at all.
Didn't slow down at all. Kept the foot on the gas and kept moving forward. Lost the fight. Again, I think rightfully so. But I'm glad that you've set on the 170 mark. Like, is there, now that you're going to be hopefully getting into more of a regular MMA, pro MMA schedule, is there like an ideal weight that you kind of want to stick around and be like, okay,
195 to
195
again?
Yeah,
probably. Well, it depends because I'm not gonna be like going like, oh, time to go back on like a 3-week pop binge after a fight. I'm gonna be eating, and
of course.
So like, if my body goes over 200, I'm not gonna be like I can't do like I'll stay around like 203, 204, but I'm not gonna try to be 215 again. I don't think I can either because like my goal is to like try to get another like try to be active. But even like I was talking with Ergys doing boxing fights.
Yeah, he brought that up as well.
And jits fights, doing everything like because like this year, I've just tried to. My goal is to be active with whatever, and if there's a jits match right after MMA, okay, cool, let's do that. If there's a boxing fight that RG wants me to do, that's cool. Like that was actually a goal. Like I was hoping like I would do a boxing fight first just so I could get down to like 175, 180. Yeah. It's not the biggest cut. It's not the easiest cut.
Yeah.
But it's not the biggest, and then go from there. But the MMA fight came up first, and
I'm not entirely sure how it works. I think since you are a pro MMA fighter, it would have to be a pro boxing fight, right?
Yeah.
You can't go into amateur boxing.
No, but I'm okay with that. Like
Yeah.
I go with pro boxing, I own my own, so I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually had guys like funny story. I remember this was getting ready for the BTC fight, and I was going against. I was sparring with Tim Cronin.
Oh yeah. Shout out Tim Cronin.
Yeah, and we were going, and Bazooka Joe was there.
Okay,
Bazooka Joe was getting his guy Troy some rounds for. Well, Tim wanted Troy, one of Bazooka Joe's guys, and Bazooka Joe saw me spar with Tim, and he was impressed, because he knows getting MMA fight. He knows me now, but
yeah.
He goes like, he goes like, good hands, man, very good hands. He goes like, so how's your how's your grappling? I'm like,
should have laughed right in his face.
I'm like, yeah, it's good, and now he knows that I have like
ridiculous grappling.
So he knows that now, and he's seen me fight. He's a very nice guy. Like I remember saying, like super nice guy.
I've met him once when we were doing SCC. I would have to go to his gym. He didn't have Bazooka Joe at the time. The Bazooka Joe gym, is that what it's called? Bazooka Gym?
Yeah, Bazooka Joe.
Something like that.
Bazooka Joe kickboxing.
It used to be Tiger Muay Thai? No. Tiger Martial Arts or something. Because he was trained by Paul.
Yeah.
Indian guy, right? And he had an Ultimate Martial Arts. That's where it was. Sorry, Tiger. I don't know why I'm thinking. I think their logo is a tiger. That's why. Anyway, Ultimate Martial Arts, they have a location in Brampton. Then they had that location in Scarborough. That's the one that I think Paul may have gifted to him or something. And then he changed it to Bazooka Joe Gym. And so it's his own gym now. He's a great fucking guy. And in terms of having guys like that around you who are as like that super accomplished, do you feel any type of like rub from them in a sense, like the pro guys that you're going with now, like Asenza, Paulie, the guys that are Jim, Todd, and all those guys, they have a fucking shit ton of experience just because they've been around the game a lot longer than you. Do you feel like you just treat them as your boys? Like they are your boys.
Yeah, no, I don't.
They are your boys. You guys hang out.
Yeah,
you guys
I don't treat like even if like I'm not gonna lie, I did a geek out a bit when I was at Worlds.
Yeah,
but like I know the fine line though. Like for example, like when I saw Ruth, I'm like, oh my god, Ruth, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, you actually went up to him?
No, but he was like right by my. No, he was by my mat side.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, hey man, because you look familiar. I'm like, you know what? Let me talk to him. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be a weirdo, stare at him. So I'm like, hey man, but like if I was to fight at Ruth, that dude's my enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's like I don't look at it like, oh my god, I'm fighting at Ruth. If I was to go against at Ruth, okay, buddy, guess what? I'm gonna beat you up, and you got nothing.
Doesn't matter.
You can't do anything about it. I don't care if you're some NCAA superstar.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be 8-2. Like that's how I look at it.
Is there anybody that you kind of try to replicate your game after?
Yeah, there's styles. I mean. Like it's it's fun.
Not replicate, but you know what I mean. Like try to be
obviously,
like okay.
I'll watch Askren, Maya, Habib, Kobe is one of them. Usman's another one.
Yeah.
RDA when he was on steroids.
I love how much confidence you put into that shit too.
Had to.
Jesus.
Just right away, no hesitation to. Just went straight for it.
Right for the neck.
Right for the neck. Yeah. But so I'm like, and what's funny though? I don't just look at that. I just also look at like BJJ Scout. Like look at their guard passing series. I'll look at their guard series. I'll look at NCAA wrestling matches. I'll look at boxing matches. So a guy I like which is Andre Ward.
Oh yeah,
I'll watch a lot of Andre Ward just to see the way he's just. Like moves and stuff. Someone that I watched, she just fought too, is Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, she just fought last week or
Dude,
something.
she killed the chick. Like
I didn't watch the fight,
but like murdered
next
the chick.
level.
Like we're talking about someone with so much aggression, but so much defensive just tactics. It's crazy, you know.
I haven't actually seen. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've seen one of her fights, but I know her skill level compared to the rest of the field is just massive. It's like Shevchenko and everybody else.
Crazy. It's insane. But yeah, like it just like because you see a lot of the offense, like a lot of the offensive heavy guys don't have the same defensive awareness as the defensive awareness guys.
So they still get hit.
But then they don't have the same offensive, right? Like look at someone like Woodley.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
or
true.
someone like or someone Mayweather's a great fighter, but it's not the same offensive output as someone
compared to his defense.
You know exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, but you have someone like this who does this, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, so that's so like I'll watch everything. I'll try to study and try to emulate game plans from like what boxers do, mix that into MMA and and all that stuff. It just because
I think Usman and Colby and Prime Kane have like the best type of strategy, game plan, and style that you could possibly want for an MMA fighter. Obviously, everybody like wrestlers like that can always work on their hands. That's something that they're always going to have to work on. But the pace, wrestling, forward pressure, enough. Like the fucking Covington and Lawler fight.
But look at Usman and Covington. That was some good striking.
That was a great fight.
From both, like barely any takedowns.
Yeah.
Right, but even if when they go against other people, notice how like when they set up their hands.
They start the wrestling with their hands.
Yeah, and they're mixing. It's going back to a Lawler fight, right? Beauty,
overwhelm City,
up, down, up, down, up, down. Didn't stop.
It's the cardio, but then on top of that, you have the wrestling threat, and then the pace, the consistent output.
Exactly, and
how are you going to beat a guy like that? I don't see anybody beating Kamaru.
But it's also, but it's setting. You either gotta set the pace, or you gotta try to match it, and if you can't, then because that's something that Dom had me work on for Worlds is setting the pace and matching the pace. So if they come in and normally how I'd beat them is like they match a heavy pace, I match it, they can't even match their own pace after. They can't because they're just so exhausted.
Yeah.
But I'm just and that's what happened in the semis. The semis, Brazilian guy was actually time ranked 10th in the world in Nogi.
Damn.
Number 1 seed. He came in and he was just aggressive. I matched that pace. He didn't match it after.
Damn.
And he was exhausted by the end of it.
Well, how did that one end?
Points.
How long do those matches take?
7. So technically, I had 1 submission, 4 decisions, but the 1 submission was 5 seconds left of the match. So I had like 30 minutes of mat time.
Damn.
And by the end, so you could do like the open weight class if you win top 3. But by the end, I'm like, I'm done.
Got my gold.
And it's like those guys that do that open weight class, like they're most of them like lost, so they're trying to redeem themselves. Like I don't have to. I won. Like I don't have to redeem.
I got a gold, bitch.
Yeah. Like I don't. It's like 2's better than 1. Yeah, but I have 1.
Yeah,
I have 1. I have 1.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't know. Like that's where I look at it. But yeah, no. So
you said that there's a bunch of amateur kids at the gym now.
We've got a couple.
Anybody you want to like shout out, or you want to like? Is there anybody that we should be on the lookout for? Is there anybody
right now? No one's. They're all 0-0 right now.
Yeah,
so we got to see. Got a couple kids. They're not bad. Like they're not like they're learning. They're green.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so it takes time, but we do try to get them March 29th. So we'll see how they do. But I think a couple of them, the 2 kids. One of them I think it's the work ethic.
Okay.
You got to have the work ethic for it. It's not cool.
Yeah.
You can't be cool doing this.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with a lot of these guys is they try to be cool doing this. Like, nah, man, being cool, you're going to get hurt if you try to be cool doing this, because there's going to be someone that's going to want this just because they want this.
Yeah.
Or they're going to want this because they got to put food on the table.
Yep.
They got to make a
This
living.
is all they have.
This is all they have.
Yeah.
So you either got to have the mentality of I want to be the best, or you have the mentality of I got to put food on the table.
Yeah.
You can't try to be cool and look at me. I'm on Instagram.
Yeah. Put the phone down and record yourself.
Ooh, look, couple of them, and they're young. Like
Yeah.
One's 19, one's like 20.
Mm-hmm.
So like especially in this day and age, I get it, and they're slowly, like, look, you gotta like trust me, I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know like you gotta train hard.
You're one of the outcasts though, in a sense, and I mean that in terms of like,
Oh yeah.
you don't have the same mentality as most of these kids are. Like I'm sure most of the friends that you went to school with and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
they're all about the
girls, the club, and the
man.
weed, all that type of shit, right?
all that stuff.
But like you had that next, like even your brother, almost to a sense, right? Like he used to come to the gym and train a little bit too, right?
He stopped now. He's got a normal job and he's doing his thing, but
he never had aspirations to actually like compete or anything like that, right?
He didn't really. Yeah, he was just
But it's weird to see that like you guys came from the same household, same upbringing, but you have this like this is this weird discipline about you where you're like, okay, this is what I want to fucking do. I'm gonna go full hog into it.
It's not exactly. Like, I don't, and I always say I'm like, because they go like oh, like you must love MMA so much, and I'm like. I mean, I don't like. I enjoy it, but it's just like if it just this is a sport I chose. If it was football, I'd give the same mentality.
That's true.
If it was floor hockey, it was ballet, I'd give the same mentality.
I would pay a good chunk of money to see you in a little tutu, fucking just spinning around and shit.
That would be horrible. Me on ice.
You got some decent footwork now, so maybe it'll help.
But not on ice.
Do you know how to skate?
Yeah, not anymore.
Don't worry, I don't either.
I did rollerblading. Like I did roll. I took.
Did you used to rollerblade to the gym sometimes?
No. It was on Instagram. I saw Todd's rollerblades and I wanted to wear them. So I did one whole I spent a good 40 minutes rollerblading because I felt like it. I'm like, I
want to learn this.
And I want to, and I was slowly getting back. I was kind of like on edge a bit. But
didn't he come like body check you or something?
No, he scared me. The scare cam. He did the scare cam, and I almost shat my pants. And
I love the fucking scare cam.
That was. It's harder for them to scare me now, though. Like it is hard
because you're expecting it.
I'm expecting it. So
every time you step through the door, you're expecting.
Every time I step through the door, I'm expecting
Even when you have your headphones in and you're cleaning up at the gym, you don't do that anymore.
I can't do that. Are you kidding? I don't trust anybody. Are you nuts?
God damn.
Not even if Todd's like never hasn't come to the gym that day. Don't even trust it because he's done it where he's come in one night and just scared
the bejesus out of you.
Can't do it.
That's jokes. What do you do in your downtime? Because you're always at the fucking gym. But is there anything you actually like? Like you barely play video games anymore, right?
Barely.
We need to before you get out of here. We're running a couple of games. Just so you know, we are gonna go run that for sure. We used to do this shit all the fucking time,
all the time. But you know what's funny? And then I say the weekends, but then by the time I go home, I'm like, man, I don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
And it's just like I barely I'll play. I actually play NBA a bit. I'm not good, so don't even try to challenge
I would whoop you in that too. Just saying.
You probably would. But I remember beating you one time. Though.
Shut up! You didn't beat me. Shut up.
I did.
I don't believe this. Anyway,
but I'll play here and there. But then I'll play one game and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll play to kill time. Just if I need to go somewhere, I'll play to kill time.
But is there anything else that you kind of like? You need some R&R time every now and then.
Oh yeah,
right?
like I'll stay at home, chill, and if I got time, like I might after this play some pool with my buddy.
Okay,
cool. I play but I'm not good, but I enjoy it. You know? So like it's something that like we shoot some pool.
Nice.
So that's like other than that, nothing really. Like nothing.
Me and G were talking about like the gym atmosphere. Like we have the fighters, then we have the members. But what a lot of people don't really see, especially like MMA fans, a lot of the friends of the fighters are members of the gym. Just a regular mom and pop or something. Like you have a lot of buddies that are just.
Oh, most of my buddies are
right.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names. I don't know why the fuck I'm horrible at that.
Brian.
Oh, of course, Brian. Of course, I remember Brian.
Married now.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Good for him.
He watches
Congrats.
it, so this is a shout out.
Perfect, Brian. I haven't forgot about you. One day you'll get your ass on the show too. Don't worry.
So and he got his blue belt.
Nice, congratulations, Brian. Blue belt, my guy. I heard Adam's still around. Rasta Adams is still around.
Yes, he's still
chugging away.
He's almost at his brown too now.
Nice. So so God damn.
He's there. He's doing his thing.
Good for him.
Phil,
yes.
Phil is around still.
Obviously, who's the guy that went to the quintet with you? You were telling me about
Bill and Dom.
Bill, Dom, and another guy, a Russian guy. Who's a Russian guy?
But Vitaly go to quintet. Was he there?
I saw you said Vitaly was there, and then he got subbed.
It's open, Ontario Open.
Oh, okay. I guess.
But I think he was a quintet.
Yeah.
A lot of them
But you have to give those guys credit though, because like they are kind of what makes up Ergys. Like the people that you're around at
like
most of the times.
Oh man, I was even talking to Phil. You Phil.
Of course,
Phil's a brown belt now.
Yep, sick. Congrats to him.
Brown belt with 2 stripes actually.
Damn.
So he's close to his black too. So same with Sanford, same with those guys.
Damn.
But even like I was talking with Phil and because the room's very quiet in a sense where no one really knows the room but myself. Like couple other guys compete, but like main competition, it's only myself competing.
Yeah.
Right. But I wasn't telling Phil because Phil goes like, yeah, I go with some of these guys that are supposed like. And I like they just don't feel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's because, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. It's because you go with me a lot of times, and you're just so used to that smothering top game.
Yeah.
That like when you have someone else, you're like, oh, I'm okay with this. Mm-hmm. And it's why like my level gets brought up because his level gets brought up.
Yep.
Right. And that's why I like I'll be able to like increase my game. You know, yeah, a lot of the guys like one-on-one wouldn't be able to keep up. But what Dom does now, and what Dom and Bill do, because Bill's also my jits coach as well.
Bill Stoyles, shout out.
what they do is they Shark Tank me.
Okay.
So heavy drilling, heavy Shark Tank, heavy
fresh
situationals, right? And then I'll bring some guys like I brought in Max Lee.
Oh yeah. Damn man, I haven't heard that name in forever, dude.
We brought in Max Lee. So like we'll bring in the top guy, Shane Fishman, who's Mr.
I remember
Mr.
him.
International now.
Really? How so?
He's in Ireland. You don't know. He's in Ireland. He fought in Polaris.
What? Shane Fishman, really?
Yeah, he's
interesting.
Doing his thing. So he's out there. He's out in Ireland for school. I think he's coming back.
Oh,
soon.
okay.
But yeah, so we'll like whenever we can, we'll bring like those guys in, right? But like so that's how my game get brought up. But that's how like their game gets brought up too. And so that's where it just like it does. It 100% helps me. And even like I always joke around with Bill and Dom too. I'm like because like when I roll with Bill, I'll get him. And he goes and I'm like don't be. I'm like this is your movesets. Like you showed me.
You gave me this information.
He goes, like, I know. That's why I'm a little bit upset right now. But like so like he'll show me like we'll roll.
Yeah.
We'll he'll come in the afternoon and we'll do some stuff and we'll roll and then like 20 minutes he'll show me some like stuff to do and all that and because like you know I'll always listen to him, you know, and that's a thing and that's what like I'm gonna off topic here when guys go like who's better, you or Dom or you and Bill? It's like
who's saying that though?
Like just random like guys would say like well I get guys that saying that. And I'm just like, okay, first of all...
Conversation over.
Yeah, you're comparing a 22-year-old competitor to 40... they're older now. They're not going to compete as heavy.
Their body doesn't fire the same anymore.
And I always say, they're better than me.
Yeah.
They will always be better than me. It's like, but like I see... I'm like, no, that doesn't... like. When you look at the role, though, afterwards, Bill will always say, okay, this is what I want you to do. You know, this was great. Let's improve this. And I'll always listen, you know, because
I think it's more so the uneducated people that are asking you that. Just because
absolutely.
They'll understand
absolutely.
it. Like they know for sure.
And even it's just like if I get Bill with a move, Bill will literally go like, you could have got me with this one here. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like it's not a competition.
No.
Especially with someone like Bill.
You're just trying to work to get each other better. Like you said, one guy's trying to rise, the other guy's trying to get better.
And Bill knows it. Bill knows that, okay, but I still, so even now, like even when we roll too, Bill will literally like at times see what I'm doing while we roll. While even though I'm going at him, he'll see what I'm doing and he'll look, okay, this is what we could improve on that. And I'll take that in. Right. So I don't like, I find it funny when guys go like, it's like, well, that doesn't mean anything. Who's better? They're better. You know, they're helping me. You know what I mean? And that's how I look. But yeah, no, the big contribution, you know, with the team there. And I'm gonna like teaching. Teaching has helped.
That's actually something I wanted to touch on as well. Like going from being the student to the teacher. I remember there was that that shift for you where I personally, I didn't know how you would do with teaching. Like I honestly didn't know. I just thought you were just the best student. Yeah. I just didn't know if you could translate into teaching. How was that going?
And you know what? And that role actually shifted a lot in 2019 last year, and to be that teacher that that like being in the corner role.
Yep.
Like that shift. And you know what? And it's helped my game a lot, and it's helped me understand, like, even when I'm rolling, seeing the moves now.
Yeah.
Whereas before I just like, now I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing. And when I'm rolling, understanding the moves as a coach, right? Like, okay, this is what I could do here or what I could do here. So it's actually, it helped my game a lot. Like it actually put my game to the next level. It's teaching, coaching, working with the white belts. A lot of guys will be like, oh, you don't need to work. No, work with the white belts.
Get your basics in.
Yeah. Understand what you need to do with them. Right, and work with them. I feel like you should work with everybody. White belts should work with advanced guys as much as they should work with the white belts.
Exactly.
Right.
I agree.
It's the same thing. But yeah, no, teaching and coaching has helped me, like, help my game up, but it's also helped me mentally, like, understand, like, when I took the time off, like, now when I'm back, like, I don't look at myself as like a fighter anymore, in a sense where, like, before it's like, oh, I got to do this. Like, now I put myself in like Ergys, but like how do they look at it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Paul's position. Like, how do they, or Don, like, how do they look at it now? You know, like, before it was like, oh, I got to look at it in a fighter's perspective. Now I'm like, I can't, like, we're assholes.
Yeah.
We're dicks. We're the biggest princesses of all time.
Yeah.
Ones, especially when we cut weight, and like and a lot of the fighters understand that. Like, we become divas. Like, like,
you're in a mental like
and
a fragile state.
I try my best, and I've been known to have my moody episodes, and I've been trying my best to, like, negate it and not be that moody.
But when you see it from a coach's perspective, you kind of understand it a little bit more.
100%.
And like even being ringside as a coach, I'm sure makes a huge difference too.
It's like, and I was saying to Adam, I'm like, I felt more excited when
being in the corner,
than when I got Worlds, because with Worlds, it was like I was excited, but it was like like I said, it was a reassurance.
Yeah.
Right? It was okay, mission. It was a mission accomplished. It wasn't oh my god, he did, like, it wasn't that. Right? It wasn't like, it was more of like, when I won him, it was like, I remember, like, going at the table, I'm like, woo! Like, I did one of those, like, I did one of, like, as in, like, it wasn't like, and even, like, after every match in the Worlds, like, me and Dom would talk. Like, we would just,
it was literally just you two down there, right? From the gym?
From the gym, yes. And then Shane, not Max, Shane was out there.
Okay.
David Mosley got second.
Oh shit! Shout out to David Mosley.
A couple. The Canadian scene's been killing it in the gym.
It's big, eh?
I don't know if you know this Jits guy, Asian guy, Iron Mike Aviato.
No.
Jits guy, small dude. He got gold.
Where is he from?
From here.
Like Toronto BJJ kind of guy,
Toronto.
or
yeah,
open mat.
Yeah, buddy of four guy, Marco Costa guy.
Nice.
So he got gold. A couple other guys got gold. Right, a couple of guys got, like, bronze. So Dante Leon got gold, who's a killer.
Nice.
He's like a black belt. He's like this, like does all this stuff. Like, he's had a killer year in 2019.
Okay.
But so like a lot, and also, like, my finals was two Ontario guys.
True.
Which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, which is weird. I did that was kind of weird when I was looking up the results. I'm like, Jocelyn's MMA. I'm like, that's an Ontario guy. Like, how are we, like, this good? Like, what's going on? What's been happening?
Big jump, yeah.
But it's great. Like, I'm not complaining at all.
No, not at all.
Like, not trying to dumb down Jocelyn's or anything.
Jits has been the Jits scene in Canada and Ontario has been growing a lot.
But you were saying, like, you're trying to compare that victory over seeing Adam win and being in his corner. It's completely different.
It's completely different. Like, I was. And then I even told him, like, and it's just so being in the corner, it feels different, and then it always goes down to, you can't control it.
Touche.
You know what I mean?
But you've seen that guy put in the work
100%.
Leading up to this.
But at the end, it's still different.
Yeah.
Because it's like you've seen the guy, like, you put the work with him.
Yeah.
You're walking down with him, but the only difference is he's stepping in the cage, you're not.
Yeah.
And
I feel what you mean in terms of being in the corner of somebody that won, because I've been in your corner. I've been in Hashmat's corner when he was fucking fighting for us too. I've been in a couple other corners. I've been in winning and losing corners. Like, it's happened.
He's back.
He's back. He lost his pro debut.
He fought a good guy. I know Tishay, the guy he fought.
I think we were looking at his record too. Okay.
From Niagara top team.
Pull him up.
It's even on it's on YouTube, his fight.
Oh, okay. I'll probably have to watch that afterwards.
He fought Tisha. Tisha's a good fight. Like he's a big third. Like when I saw this fight was at 35, I'm like, Ash, what do you like?
Yeah.
And he fought it like,
and he's almost a 25er, Ashmat.
he should be a 25.
Yeah.
He
and they still have him as grand, which is fine.
He weighed in at 132.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So but
weighed in 132.5.
Yeah, Tisha is like he's a big 35er. He's from Niagara top team. He's he's not bad too. He's a good fighter. He's
almost looks like he's fighting Todd there.
I know, right? So if you go down, like he's got. Oh, they don't show his record.
It's gonna pop up in the fucking internet.
So he's got a good amount of amateur fights. He's only 25 too.
Damn.
And that's so like. So and he looked good too. Like Hashman was looking good. So it's not like he fought a bad fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He fought a good fighter.
Yeah.
And he was doing well. And then he came like.
No, Hashmat's one of those guys. I'm like, fuck. I wish he stayed with it like from the jump.
Look at his amateur results too. The last guy he fought, like even though his
damn,
he fought Noah Crosswell.
Damn. That's nuts.
And rear naked choked him back in 2017.
This guy's a pretty decent amateur record.
Pretty good amateur. And the last guy he fought was
Zuniga.
Yeah, not like record doesn't show, but he's from Evolucio Thai.
Oh yeah,
good.
Maurizio Vao, I think, was the guy over there. Yeah, Hashmat was one of those ones that I'm like, I wish he stuck with it. Like, because after the Jourdain fight, he kind of took a little bit of time off.
Took a break.
Were you there for that one?
No, I came in I think a couple months after. We were the same and we were the same. We were at the same time too. That's like,
you guys were training together a little bit too. We were
training partners.
Yeah.
And then and it's like because he had some talent, man.
I think he's still like I want to watch that fight that he had with this guy Tisha, but I think that amount of time that he took off really was a detriment for him.
Yeah.
But again, this isn't a sport that it's not like we're playing basketball or anything, right? We're not like, okay, go out there and fucking hurt yourself and try to.
No,
it's a different thing. It's a completely different sport.
It's mental too, man.
It's absolutely mental.
It's mental, and
it's
if you don't have
mental.
the mental, like that's the thing too, where I know for a fact, where myself, like mentally, like I've been a lot of these guys. Like just meant like my mentality is just different than like it's because it's like with a lot of these guys and we go back, it's the hoopla, it's the I want to be an MMA fighter, but you don't want to get dirty with it, where it's just like, or you don't want to do this, or you don't want you want to be an MMA fighter, you want to be the guy, but you don't want to fight the guy. You know what I mean? You just want to fight and build up your record, and it goes back to like just let's build up the record slowly. Whereas now. RG before did that, but now it's like, okay, we'll fight anybody. Like now the mentality going into 2020 for myself, it's like, we'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
We're done building up. We've built up. Like we can't like, what are we going to do?
All the tools are in place. All the gears are there.
Our thumbs.
Just
and I remember RG saying that before, like when I was first coming in the pro class.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to build you up now, or I guess you're going to train with these adults. But when you're like 21, 22... People are going to be like, what? Yeah, it's go time. And now, like, that's what it is now. Now it's go time. Now it's like we've done everything we needed. Now it's time to just, unleash the horn.
I've been around the game for fucking like almost closing in on 10 years now. And there's been so many opportunities and times actually I've seen guys that are just starting off and you can tell almost immediately the guys that are really in the game because they actually enjoy fighting and they want to fight the best and be the best. And the guys that are trying to do it to gain some sort of popularity that they can bundle into something else and go into a different thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say by name, but I know there's a guy that like I could tell he was fighting guys with padded records. Or he was trying to pad his record essentially. But then once he finally started to fight the guys that actually had like legitimate talent, always came up on the losing end.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You might be 14-3, but those 3 are the ones that actually fucking matter because you fought legitimate guys.
That's it, and that's and it goes to too mentally, but also willing to learn.
Yeah,
right. And I'm gonna use and I love him to death. I'm gonna use a Senza again.
True. That's another motherfucker I want to have in here. I think he's fighting soon, if I'm not mistaken.
He's fighting BTC.
Okay, good. I'm hoping I can like round his ass up to get in here, but yeah.
So before that, like we were working, but we were like, like we were working with him, Paul was working with him, but like he had some, like he was working on like some stuff, but the fact that he's able, like I don't need to get into it, but the fact that he's able, like his last fight, to switch up everything, really just, like fresh start. And he's like 30, like
I know he's been around the game for a minute.
He's been around the game, and 32. Yeah, it's not old, but it is if you've been around the game.
Yeah.
Right? So he's been around the game. 17
fights.
The fight before, so the Josh Wick fight, he fought, he was doing very well, but then he got knocked out with the head kick.
I didn't see that fight, but yeah.
But to take the fight, like the fact that like what he did, like he took the fight on short notice, like that was a short notice fight. He against a very dangerous opponent. Right? And he looked like everyone like knew and improved him at him. Like completely different, more patient. He actually took the black belt down in a minute left in the third round, and he was doing the right stuff. Yeah. And he was like, and it just like,
was this the Ash fight?
Yeah, Hamilton Ash
fight. Yeah.
And it's like, and then that's because he was willing to like that's when it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you've been in the game, but like you're willing to change up everything after a bad loss. Yeah. To go back on the winning board. Like I gotta do this. That's the type of that's okay. That's a mentality right there. You know what I mean? It's but like the record doesn't show, but Ash is a very gamed, skilled fighter.
Records don't always say everything. Like that's one thing I've learned.
Smith, for example, the guy I fought, he was 2-4. He was still a gamer.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Records don't mean nothing, right?
He was actually supposed to fight Keith Hackney's son. Is that right?
Yeah, who's that? Who is that?
Calvin Hackney. I swear he's Keith. Oh, no, wait. Okay, never mind. This is somebody else. I swear, Keith Hackney. Remember Keith Hackney? No. UFC veteran, first Canadian fucking guy. He was one that had Joe's son, and like he was
the elbows.
Punching him. He was like, was he elbowing? He was either elbowing or punching him in the balls. Remember Joe's son from fucking Austin Powers?
No.
You don't know Joe's son?
But I know Keith, the karate guy.
Yeah.
No, I know Keith
He's
Hackney.
most known for like going to town on Joe's son's balls.
Yes, I know Keith Hackney. I don't know the other guy, but I know Keith Hackney.
Yeah, I thought Calvin Hackney was actually his son, because I swear he has a son who's in MMA, but I guess this guy was a completely different guy.
I got offered Sean Wallace.
You got him?
No, I got offered February 8th.
I can't believe that's actually going off. That's for the thing card?
This was February 8th. This was a fight in Nova Scotia, but it didn't turn out. It didn't turn out. Fight League, Atlantic.
Yes, fucking what's his face is on it? Jesse Arnett, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's fucking still going at it too.
Yeah.
That guy's a motherfucker too, man. Like the only thing going against him right now is his age. That's the only thing. Like I wish he got. Like I wish he
got in a little bit earlier.
He almost had his shot in the UFC, right? Like, and then fucking TKO kind of held him back.
Ruined it.
They held him back.
Ruined it.
I guess ruined it is the perfect way of going about it too. And then he had that unfortunate L against fucking Josh Hill, and I think that those aspirations kind of gone.
You know, when he lost the belt to Nate Maness first, and then he lost to Josh Hill.
Yes,
but then Nate Maness lost to that Taylor Lapoli guy, who's a killer.
Taylor Lapilus,
killer.
Damian Lapilus and Taylor,
yeah, like straight former UFC guy, just like but he like murdered him, like he didn't.
Yeah. That guy's actually really fucking talented too.
Is he also from MMA Factory? They're from MMA Factory.
I'm pretty certain that's a big gym out in France
with Cyril Legan,
who's making another fucking splash as well. And
who's a killer?
That's fucking crazy too.
Who's top 5? Like I got him. He's gonna be up there.
You think he's the Francis Ngannou, the next Francis Ngannou?
You know what though? Because like more technical.
He is more technical.
I think he's a little more technical.
That would be a very fucking fun fight to watch. Actually,
it would. That's the thing.
I'm glad that they're bringing him along the way that they are. Like the Bozer fight was a perfect fight for him in terms of
he's got to find a top 15 guy now, though.
But I think Bozer was decent in terms of fighting a guy that has a lot of experience, who's been around all the fucking world. He's had 20 plus fights.
Yeah,
he's durable. You know what I mean?
Though I agree with you on that, but it's still like now you should get a top 15 guy, not top 10, top 15.
And heavyweight's a very thin division though.
100.
Like, you could be fucking 62 and still be making a title run.
Who cares? Give him a Vasquez.
Give him Velasquez. God damn.
Give him. No, he's in WWE. I'll say Vasquez.
Yeah. Is he still? But he has knee surgery now or something, right?
Is he?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't really fucking follow. I just saw he had that Lesnar match in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Jeans.
That was it. So dumb.
Knee brace on top of it. What a horrible.
I watched that match. That was a horrible fucking match. Horrible fucking match. Is there anybody? We'll end off on this. Is there anybody on the regional scene? Because this is a scene that me and you follow pretty closely, and something that I'm getting right back into.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is kind of on the cusp of breaking out on the regional scene? We don't have to shout out any of our guys or anything like that. Just in general.
And you know what's funny? Me and Sean talked about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody that comes out of the top of my head. Obviously, you got the Laramies.
Yeah.
The Laramies are good. But there's a chick from Niagara top team who's a killer. It's Jasmine Jazz Duvicious. I'm saying that name, so I hope I'm saying that name right. She just fought in JAS.
Jay Vicious?
That's the one. No, that's the wrong one.
Nope.
She's 2-0.
Well, Jazz.
From the same gym as Tisha.
That's a team that's actually sprung up recently, right? Because I never heard about them before.
Yeah, it sprung up. JAS. Put JAS. There, yeah.
Interesting.
So she just got like a 50-second knockout in BTC.
Mm-hmm.
And another one like that's the one that comes to the top of my head when it's just like a female fighter.
Yeah, she looks jacked.
Yeah.
And she's sponsored by a pho company. I love that.
A what company?
Pho.
Oh, pho.
Todd's fucking favorite food.
Oh, hate it. But yeah, so that's like
body shots. Damn.
Hasn't fought like the but I mean
it
doesn't really matter at that like.
Yeah.
And she just started too in 2017.
Damn.
And the fact that it's only been like 3 years.
Wow, she managed to get 4 pro fights in within 3 pro fights in 4 months.
4 coming in.
4, wow, fuck.
4 coming in February. But yeah, so that's you got a couple other,
CFFC is a big organization as well. So
is it?
That's they're on Fight Pass now too, but they're like a staple in that like New Jersey-ish region. Fucking CM Punk does their commentary.
Does he?
Yeah. John Morgan, I think, does it with him too. Let's see. They got 2 title fights that night. Any names? I guess they're going down to amateur as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's what Ontario should do a little bit. I know it's the whole thing, but
what's going on with the amateur scene now? G was saying that it's like turning for the better.
Getting better. Yeah, it's slowly. I think they got some. They were having some Ontario fights.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of like pro MMA, it's really just like BTC and PFC, right?
In Ontario,
that's really about it.
I don't think there's no one else.
That's why I wish it kind of like took off a little bit more.
But I agree. But the thing is, though, because they're so active, like BTC and Prospect are so active.
BTC actually are putting on quite a lot of shows.
It's kind of hard to do like another show, and then it just like the competition will be like.
I was talking to Rob, the matchmaker. For
Yeah.
He actually might be coming on in the next couple months as well too.
That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, they have some big plans for this year too. I'm very excited for it.
They got some good fighters out there, and a couple like up and coming guys that are that they got out there. So that's
like the Oakville Burlington
Burlington crew, right? You got like the
Parabellum
guys, right?
Parabellum's been like the shit down there since for a long time now.
Yeah, it's been the
Rory
team out there. Now you got a couple of them branched off to Niagara top team.
Oh really? Do you know who went down there?
I feel like I know like Chris opened up his own like Chris and because they live out there, right? They live in Niagara.
Chris
Prickett.
I feel like I know that name. I'm just
so they live out in Niagara, so it's hard for them to go from Niagara to Oakville. So they made their own.
So they're affiliated with Parabellum.
Like they not like it's like in a, like, but they like go there.
They're boys.
Like, they're boys. So like they got like Parabellum and like they train in both gyms. So it's like, but I think the only reason they did that is because it's like Matt DiMarco Antonio actually owns that. Like is I think part owner of that too.
Why do I feel like I know that name too? Type up this guy's name.
That's another guy that probably like he's
Mark what?
DiMarco Antonio. Matt or Mark? I am saying the name wrong. I know I am.
DiMarco Antonio.
Mark. No, Matt. Put MMA. Put Matt. No, go back.
You are butchering. Did he fight on a recent show?
BTC.
He fought on which BTC
against Tyler Wilson.
Tyler Wilson. That's another motherfucker I remember for a while too now.
MMA. You gotta put MMA.
That guy used to be at Fight Quest back in the day.
Yeah.
Matthew DiMarco Antonio.
Him. Yeah, that's the guy.
Jeez. I can barely pronounce that name.
I said Mark. You hear me? I'm like,
Come
Mark.
on, load up.
Oh, wait. No.
What?
Where are you?
Is this a different?
No,
this is a different Tyler Wilson. This is an American
6
Tyler
and 3
Wilson.
Tyler Wilson.
This kid's been putting in work too.
Yeah, and he's been.
Do you remember him from the Fight Quest days?
Yeah.
This is a picture from Fight Quest, actually.
Is that Fight Quest or Hybrid?
Oh, it might be hybrid. You're right. Oh, Victory.
Even.
Jeez, another one, another classic Quebec one. Matthew D. Marquand. Let me see if they have his picture. Oh yeah, I know this guy, Matt.
So
okay, yeah, I know this guy. Mark.
No,
why does it say Matt?
Mark. No.
Oh, why do you call him Mark?
I just Mark.
Oh no, I definitely know this guy. Yeah.
So he took a little hiatus. No, he didn't take a little hiatus. Did he?
No.
Yeah, 2018, 2019. It's a hiatus.
Oh yeah, actually a year and a bit. I guess you're right. Ugh, my bad. but I do love what fucking BTC is doing though. Like,
and they got
the consistent amount of shows that they have.
Good guys going into. Oh, Matt Special's another guy.
Who's that? Matt?
Bazooka Joe guy.
I haven't heard about that
Kickboxer.
guy.
That's another guy that will probably do super. He's right there. That's him. I just thought of him now.
Nice.
Bazooka Joe guy. I'm gonna give him a shout out because he's. Listen, buddy, he just fought. He fought at 6 and 7. Right? That's a good.
He fought at BTC 4, 5, 7, and 8.
Yeah,
this guy is staying active.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So, but he's someone to look out for. That's it.
Well, why are you breaking shit already, dude? We're almost done. We're almost fucking done.
I know, right? That's another guy that's
somebody to look out for.
Oh yeah, he's the guy.
Your podcast. You guys are just fucking around. You guys are.
Yeah, that's honestly
what
that's all it is. We're just doing it. Just
you guys are boys. You guys are pretty tight, right?
Yeah. So we're just doing it to do it. We just every time we meet up and talk, we just talk. So like, might as well just.
That's kind of my thinking when I brought out my boy Tony. I'm like, yo,
we just have a way better set than we do.
Worry.
That's for sure. Way better.
It was a little bit pricey, trust me.
We got work to do because we're getting destroyed right now.
No. There's no competition, brother. There's no competition whatsoever.
And you got the we don't do the video. We just do the audio.
Yeah.
We might later on. We're like slowly like getting into like the way we're looking at it. Like we're just figuring it out. Like we're slowly figuring it. Like. We're slowly going as.
If you guys have the chemistry and you guys talk about it anyway,
for
just
sure.
fucking put a couple mics in front of you guys.
No, that's it. You know, and then probably by we're thinking hopefully episode 7 or 8 we're gonna have guests.
Okay,
so
nice.
We're gonna start.
That's why, obviously the room's not the biggest, so my first thought was kind of having me, my boy, and a guest. But then I'm like, I want to create a little bit of a different dynamic because I just want it to be like me and the guest. I'm not trying to be selfish or anything like that. I just have a great relationship with a lot of people in the MMA industry that I've made over the last 10 fucking years. I might as well try to start bringing those people in and shine a little bit more light on Canadian MMA or just combat sports in general. I want to have some boxing guys in here too. I want to have Sook in here. You know what I mean, that's a guy that I'm really looking forward to talking to just because you know the brown community is kind of lacking in the combat sports world, right? We don't have many guys out there, and he's killing it. Yeah, he's doing great. I think he has a fight coming up too, so I don't know if I don't want to bug him before the fight. I'm going to be like, after the fight. Right. But I know he goes to India sometimes too, right? So I don't want him to be gone by the time.
It depends though, because I think it's usually how he does it is at the end of the year.
He'll go over there.
He tries to stay steady.
Yeah. But that was kind of just to go with this. It just went I first started off where I was just doing breakdown videos of the fights that are coming up, and I'll be like, okay, this is a good favorite, this is a good dog, blah blah blah. I'll just give that, create a little bit of a following after that, and then I started branching off and doing a little bit more. I used to do those shows actually out of my friend's place at a different studio, and then he started to encourage me. He's like, yo, you should just get a couple of things. It's really not that expensive. Bare minimum, the startup for this was about $600.
That's not bad.
Bare minimum. Then I added the table, the TV, the 2 extra cameras, the mic stands. This is the second or third episode I'm using with these mic stands. I used to use those ones in the corner there, where it was plotted down and it was a little bit more awkward, right? Yeah. And the room's not the biggest, so it already takes up so much fucking space, right?
But
so
it's a good set too, though. It's it's nice.
Appreciate it. That back wall is completely empty right now, but we're gonna fucking fill that up.
Right.
My guy runs MMA History Today. He does these these paintings and shit of fighters.
Oh, that's who runs it.
MMA History Today.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, he's actually one of my guys. So he sends them over to me. I I'm gonna get him to send me over some more so I can fill up that wall over there.
Yeah, that's some cool stuff.
It's fun, man. Like I love what he's doing over there too. Trying to finesse him to come onto the show, but he doesn't really like the spotlight. Like he doesn't really mix his name with the brand. Like he keeps the brand completely separate.
Right. But it's just cooler to talk
It's
about.
fine. Oh, exactly. So I have like at my work computer, I have this whole schedule laid out of like everybody that I want to have to fucking come on. Like
crazy.
anytime, like I could say I have at least 2 years worth of guests that
That's
I have
awesome.
like.
That's awesome.
But that's like I want to have people on like repeatedly as well too, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
no, for sure,
But even with that, if I did one episode per person, at least 2 years worth of fucking guests. Like I know that I can get those people. The Fernanda Process one I was like most excited. I don't know if you know who she is. Never heard of her. Do you know The Athletic? Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like a sports publication, right? But like they were more so new in the MMA industry in the last year or so. And when she was in town visiting her sister because she's originally from Brazil, I'm like, I shot my shot. I'm like, yo, I heard you're in Toronto. You want to come by to the podcast? And she agreed. I'm like, holy fuck. She came in. We did like 2.5 hours of just talking. She was awesome. We're like drinking wine and beer and shit. That's awesome. Just having a great time.
Awesome.
I didn't want to offer you any alcohol or anything.
No,
like, I know you're trying to hop off the pop, so I'm not trying to get you on fucking other shit. But yeah, I just wanted to have it as like casual as possible. Like I didn't want to start off this episode. This is Ergys, and he's a professional fighter, 4-0, fighting out of I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, no.
I just want to come in. I want to have as much setup as possible before you come in. So as soon as you come in, I just hit fucking record and let's just fucking go.
That's crazy. That's,
you know what I mean?
That's nice. It's cool like that.
I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah, no, it is fun.
It's fun. Just talk shit.
Super for like when I'm doing like when I talk a podcast with Sean, it's just like super fun. Like it's super fun to, just be like not just be the guest, but just be the like talking and just having stuff. And that's something that I'm gonna look forward to when we do the guest. Is not being the guest, but being the guy doing the questions.
True, exactly.
Right? And it's something because like I myself don't like talk about like myself as well.
Yeah.
Like even like when like me and Sean talk, like I'm like I don't mention my name. Like I don't
this first appearance I wanted to have you on the show is to get people to get to know you a little bit more.
Oh yeah, no,
because I feel like that's something that you could definitely use. But even like future episodes that you come on, I just wanted to be like, yo, we got like. We haven't said one word about Connor and Cowboy who are fighting this fucking weekend. Either way, this episode's coming out in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, so it's going to be irrelevant in terms of what we think in terms of.
Even matter.
That's why I wanted the topics to be just free flowing, whatever the fuck we can talk about.
Yeah.
But I wanted people to get to know you a little bit more too, because I've been pumping up you a lot on Twitter. Like anytime you're about to fight or anything like that, I'm like, watch out for this fucking kid. He is a fucking problem. He's going to be a problem. Actually, last thing before we do get out of this, what the hell's going on with TKO? Because I know that they don't have an exclusivity with you, right?
No, well, I had a year. My contract was up in August.
So it was duration based on.
It was a year. It was either 2-3 fights or a year contract. It was like
okay,
right, and my contract was up in August.
Yeah.
I don't know. They haven't, and
because they haven't done any shows in a while.
They haven't done any shows in a while, and it's something like, and even if they do more, like they try to come back, I don't think I'll go on.
No.
Unless it's like one fight.
Okay.
I just at this point too now I just want to fight. Like I don't want to be locked down into something, especially.
I find it weird that they do that.
Especially if it's like especially if this happens again, right? And then I'm locked down, and then I'm like, what do I do? Right? So it doesn't really like when people ask, so what's up with TKO? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you because I don't know.
It's a great platform and it's a great place because they are on Fight Pass and all that stuff. So it's a little bit easier to spread your name in that aspect. But I've never been a fan of the exclusivity thing on the regional scene. Unless you're Bellator, unless you're UFC, unless you're Risen, unless you're maybe not even Risen because they don't even do that many shows. Unless you're ONE FC.
Yeah.
These are companies that are having shows monthly.
Promotion.
You're having shows monthly for sure.
Yeah.
Even Bellator, it's maybe every 2 months or so. But on the regional scene, you're talking about guys that are just trying to get fights in so they can get recognized.
Why are you locking them down?
Doesn't make sense.
That's what I don't get either.
That's how Jesse Arnett got fucked.
Exactly.
Right?
But if you're doing like look at BTC, they don't lock down fighters, but they're doing once every other couple months.
I think they're doing 4 or 5 shows a year, which is great. Like if they're able to promise fights.
But the thing is, though, they also know what if you get like a big 1 month after that fight, like you get an opportunity to fight a bigger fight, like maybe but like a bigger name.
Yeah.
but I can't do it because I'm locked down. You know, that's
and they
problem
have
with-
none of that. There's
they
no
have none of
exclusive
that.
BT center. Fight by fight.
I think it's fight by fight.
That's
When
awesome.
I did it, was fight by fight. I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't-
PFC, same shit.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
You fought for PFC before, no?
No.
No?
I've never, even amateurs, I've never fought for them.
Because they have a big scene down there in London and like
Yeah.
fucking Windsor and stuff, right?
Yeah, they do. Well, obviously Windsor, they got the Laramie boys down
That's
there,
true.
so they try to get them.
It's funny the parallel history of the Laramie brothers and the Jourdain brothers, and then they both fought each other too. TJ fought Charles and
beat
Tony
Charles.
fought fucking Louis. I think Louis beat him. It's weird. Like I remember around that time when they were still in the amateur scenes, these were the two brothers, like both sets of brothers.
pair
Like,
duo.
yeah, both of them were just highly touted, right?
Yeah.
And it's good to see Charles get that fucking big win over Duo Choi a couple weeks ago.
Big, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that yet or no.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. It was a good fight.
Yeah,
But man, Duhoy he's good in the
not
first round.
and then it just
Plummets down. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not like even cardio. It's just like
striking defense, in my opinion.
has to be. Because
He just loves the wars. He loves the fights. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here? Your podcast?
Well, yeah. So like, I was about to be like, no. I get a text from Sean like in a week and a half while it's up.
fuck, dude? This was your chance.
Really, buddy? Like you had the chance. I would have just been like, listen, we talked about the podcast. Well, me and Sean do a podcast with Rhino and the Ant. We try to do it every Sundays, you know, and yeah, so that's pretty much
When do you
it.
guys release normally? Do you know?
Like he
does it all, right?
He does it. You know, it's funny. He does it like in 2 hour span. Like you'll just put it up and it's good to go. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's on SoundCloud.
Okay.
But the link will be on the Rhino and the Ant. So it's like when people go like, oh, like where do I watch it? Just type in the Rhino and the Ant,
and it'll be there.
and it'll
Either
be there.
way, like I'll make sure I get it from him as well.
Yeah.
but
you'll get it much better than I.
I'm gonna put in the description of the YouTube video and all the other like
Yeah,
platforms and
for
stuff
sure,
that I'm
for
on as
sure.
well. So possibly March we will see the Rhino back in the cage.
Hopefully.
Keeping my fucking fingers crossed. We need him at least 6 or 7-0 by the end of 2020.
Right?
Get the train moving.
Get it going.
And hopefully another world championship jiu-jitsu in your future.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be sick.
I appreciate you fucking coming on, brother. Like it definitely means a lot to me that you're willing to make the trek out here and be on this fucking show.
Yeah.
This won't be the last time, so don't worry about that. You're going to be on hopefully before the end of the year as well. Make sure you guys check him out, Ergys Sigeta. You guys can follow him on Instagram at Ergys Sigeta.
Straight.
ERGS.
Why?
No,
You
sorry.
messed it.
Fuck you. I was about to do it. At ERGYS SIGETA. I'll have obviously in the description below. Make sure you guys go follow him. He's a hoot to follow on the Instagrams.
You guys like football.
If you guys we never even got into the fact that you love the like super old Johnny Cash music. It just
Don't
doesn't
even
fit
worry.
your image.
That-
It just, but we'll get into that for the next time we have you fucking in here. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching the episode as always, and we'll see you on the next one.